All right, I'm gonna interrupt this real quick, guys. Boost the stream. This is a community challenge thing. We can get our stream on the front page of Twitch right now. And I don't normally interrupt the intro, but holy shit! If you guys are in chat right now, you guys can use your channel points. This is a new feature that Twitch just did. I guess he decided to like shoot this stream into the moon. So if you guys are there right now, you guys can use channel points. You can add them and you can use them in order to boost the stream up right now. This is craziness. I just saw it right now. It just said it says community challenge started, boost this stream. They must have been waiting. So this is craziness. Yeah. Oh my god, cool. They sent me the email yesterday that we got a closed beta invite to it. And it would start any day now. So feel free to use your channel points. I'm here boosting. Look at it. I want to see what it looks like. Mine just shows mine just shows that people are currently boosting. I think you have like 2 days left. Get a boost to promote this. Can I contribute? How does that even make? Got it. I don't think I can contribute. Yeah, of course I can't. That wouldn't make any sense. So the goal is 109,000 channel points in order to boost your stream. So how does this work? It gives you, oh my god, it gives you 2 days to raise 109,000 channel points. You can only contribute 2,000 per stream though. That's awesome though. So like over the course of the next few days, it's gonna do this. Wow, that's cool. I guess we'll wait and see what happens. Get a boost to promote this stream 4,500 times. Oof. Can't wait to boost every time though. Yeah, it looks like every day you get a chance to. The first time I've ever seen. That's the first time I've ever seen this. It's funny how it showed up as soon as we decided to go live with D&D. Time to spend them points. Yeah, I'm gonna keep. I added everybody in Discord, so we'll see if people go ham. All right. Sorry for interrupting the intro. All right, let's go. Pew. All right, we're live.
I mean, it's very exciting.
It is.
It's a good reason.
I've never seen this before, so
it's really, really awesome. It's like I've been in a few streams where it has occurred, and it's big jumps right away. Big jumps.
Craziness.
So it's definitely worth it. I don't know what they do with the algorithm, but it works.
It says that I have 41,000 channel points, but how do I use them?
So
you click that. You click the number.
Yeah.
And it opens up, and you can click boost the stream at the top and do it there.
Oh, it doesn't give me that option.
Yeah, so in the bottom right corner, you should see like a little channel point thing, and it should say use channel points.
Bottom left corner, and then it tells me I can like modify an emote, AMA, fist bump, give you a high five, but it doesn't give me any other options.
Oh, are you on your phone?
Yeah.
That's why you can't do it on your phone.
Yeah, no.
Only on Apple products.
Huh. That's funny.
Well,
okay.
Well, welcome to AllFunNDice! Yay! AllFunNDice session 40. It's a pretty big one this week. Pretty crazy that we're up to 40 sessions already.
Yep.
Feels like we just started yesterday, but it's been like 2 years almost. So whoop whoop. Other than the super exciting channel points, I don't think we have anything to announce today, do we?
Yeah, you're in the wrong neck and ear in the wrong spots for some reason.
There it is.
I just noticed that. It's because somebody's got to change or share their screen out. That's why.
No, we already have someone doing that.
No, I think it's because Rachel usually shares her screen out, doesn't they?
No.
Discord always.
It's always mine.
It doesn't make any sense why you guys would randomly be swapped out like that.
Yeah, that's weird.
How do we fix it?
Rach, try sharing your screen real quick. See what happens.
I can't. It doesn't work though because my Discord disconnects all the time.
Okay, I'll try to do this.
Nope.
Did that make it worse?
Yeah, that made it worse. Yeah, now Rachel's the DM. Why?
Oh no.
Should we just fix it on break and I can play Eerie and
Yeah, for now, you're now playing Eerie. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll just pretend that it's not that way.
Yeah, shh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Can you just change the names really quick on the overlay?
Yeah,
Well, you can do it while I do our
Oh,
beautiful intro.
Yep.
Good
Yeah.
timing to jump into that. So, last time at session 39 of AllFunNDice, with the ship Captain Agnes under Lonan's charm, the Endertons made their way back towards the shore of New Dahlia, planning to gather more information about the Lugeist and the death of the late Merchant King Elia. Unfortunately, the charm was not meant to last, and Knack had to trade his smithing services for Agnes's discretion. The party took a much-needed rest before splitting up to cover more ground. Eerie, Gray, and Lonan headed into the surrounding hunting woods in search of a small cabin where Lonan had met Alatar, the man who helped him escape the island after King Elia's death. The cabin was eventually found, but nothing but a bloody shirt was within. Knack and Pippin delved back into the tent city surrounding New Dahlia, hoping to get some clarification about the Lugeist's threat. Much to Pippin's dismay, this answer presented themselves in the form of Sir Absalom Arclight, an old acquaintance and lesser captain of the Acquisition. He shed light upon the spreading mist-choked swamp and how it had surrounded the city of Hinlock. The group also discovered that the jailbreak in Von Drassil, in which the party had been teleported to the plane of air, had resulted in Eerie, Gray, and Pippin being wanted across the land, as well as the supposed death of the dreaded Lonan Bluebane. We pick up tonight's session back on the beach once more, everybody lying down after sharing the information from the night. No one had decided who was taking first watch, so if anyone wants to tell me who's doing that now.
oh yeah. Did we finish with us just going to bed?
You guys weren't sleeping, but it was night. Lonan and Knack had also just jumped back into the city and found a little bit more information there as well. Lonan specifically was able to find out that Alatar, his master, was not in the city currently, but apparently he had been placed by the Acquisition and the Bonds family's government in a location called Old Dahlia. And that was the last bit of information. That's all the information that was found. You guys are back on the beach. No one mentioned who was sleeping first, but all that.
I'm definitely
Uh,
sleeping.
I can take first watch.
I could take second.
This is our second night sleeping on the beach, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
You slept on the beach before as well.
I'm sure we're not just sleeping on the sand.
You guys very straight up said you were just on the beach.
Oh well, never
Yeah, we
mind.
put our sleeping bags on the beach.
I'm not.
There's gonna be sand everywhere. Everywhere.
It's like a nice cozy bed though. You just get to lay on the cushion of the sand.
I don't know. Sand's
I
not that
hate
comfortable.
sand.
Yeah,
Of course.
it's
Of
wet,
course, and
so-
it gets everywhere.
Yeah, and it'll pull all the heat out of your body. So,
Jeez.
Is that
I-
true?
well, yeah, it's wet, right? So, like, if it
know.
cools down at night below your body temperature,
We're on dry
We're on
sand.
dry sand.
Okay, Pippin. So you can roll our first perception check of the night.
All right. Sitting by myself. I'm gonna
So remember,
take
let me for anyone who hadn't seen or been here for the last description, the beach of New Dahlia, to your left, if you're looking towards the island and not towards the Florentine Strait, the Florinus Strait. To the left is the docks of the port town that services New Dahlia, Payport. And there are a small variety of fishing vessels that are part of the town docked there, as well as one or two larger merchant vessels that you would know that have been bringing more refugees over across the strait. There's a very thin brush line between the town of Payport, the beach, and the tent city, so it's fairly clear line of sight. There are certain areas that if you're ducked into the actual brush, you might be hidden a little bit, but it's not very obscured from the whole area shenanigans going on around the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, during my watch, I'm gonna kind of just listen to the waves, chill out. I'm gonna make some notes to the light of Gray's glowing beaker that I gave him. I'm gonna take that and make some notes for some plans. Um, but otherwise not much. And I rolled a 14 for my perception.
So far, it's a pretty quiet night. That you can't see the stars because of the overcast sky. But it doesn't seem to be a storm coming in. There isn't anything, and there's no major winds blowing. Um, and the tent city behind you is fairly light. It's not very dark, but there's not a lot of noise coming from it either. It's a very somber place, but nothing seems out of place. It seems similar to the night
Oh,
before for you.
I have a question about something I can do during my
Of
watch.
course.
We stole or sorry, we acquired a large sum of gems and gold from our exploits on the plane of air that I don't think we've appraised that yet.
You have not.
Can I take a look at that and see how much money
It
we have now?
it is in your bag of holding. So are you just gonna dump it on the ground?
I will take it out
It's a
in front of me.
lot.
Yeah, that's fine.
And put it on the ground?
Well, is it gonna like wash away in the current? I'm not in the water. Like I'm
It
up
is
on the sand.
sand, but
Yeah,
it's up to you what you want to do.
I will take it out one piece at a time and count it, and then neatly stack it all beside me.
You don't have to be that precise. I just wanted to make sure you weren't dumping it into the ocean.
No, one piece. I will go 1 gold, 2 gold, until I count all of it.
So you can roll me. We will say an investigation check. To determine to
Alright.
appraise how much gold it is, at least to your estimate. Gold, silver, platinum, copper, and gemstones. Different little nuggets.
Is it
of that.
coins? You didn't
No,
say. Oh, it was
it's nuggets. It's nuggets.
Okay.
They're not coins. They're nuggets and like different size gemstones. There's a big variety.
Are
So
they
with
cut gemstones?
some of them are, but most of them are rough gemstones.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like ingots, not agates. That's the word I'm looking for. Agates in different, more natural structures. So with a 15 in investigation, you are not quite used to appraising diamonds and like different gems and golds and metals. But you are quite intelligent and you can decipher at least part of it. You're guessing that there is at least 1,000 gold pieces worth
Oh my
of
goodness.
materials here, split between all the different things. But you're not sure it could be. You have a decent range where it could be up and down from there still.
All right. All right.
Yeah,
So we got about 1,000 gold worth of goodies.
yeah.
All right. After that, I will go over to Knack and I'll get really close and I'll say, "Hey Knack, it's time for your watch."
Right in his ear.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I'm
Okay.
You guys might have missed this. I'm not on the beach. And I said that too, but I don't know if you heard.
Oh,
yeah.
where
Yeah.
did you sleep? Where are you
Well,
sleeping?
I was worried about the tide coming in when I made mention.
Well, we
of
moved
that
all the beds up on the beach more.
Yeah, they learned
not
their
here.
lesson from last night.
Where are you guys?
We're walking back from
You
the
came
town.
back from the
No,
town.
you guys already had
came
come
back.
back.
Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, I forgot we did.
Yeah,
that's
you
true.
guys were already back.
Okay, so all right, so then I'll wake up properly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
What were you dreaming about? You looked really fitful. Was it your wife?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I mean, more the situation.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
All right.
I think I'll probably not sleep well for quite some time until we have more information.
I might be able to make you like an elixir or something that'll knock you out.
No. I thank you for offering, but
Okay. If you need anything, let me know.
okay.
Okay. Thanks, buddy. And then I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
Mac, you can roll a perception check for the evening.
Sure.
You're muted.
You're muted.
a 10.
He
I
rolled
saw
a 10.
you say it, but we didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. So I rolled a 10.
Yep.
Yes. So with a 10, again, a very peaceful night. It is not very late by the time you're finished your watch. It was probably only about midnight when you started, so it's only about 1 or 2 in the morning. After that, so it's not super late. But the lights of the city, but this towards the end of your watch, is starting to dim and fade as more people are heading to sleep. But otherwise, very uneventful watch for you. Is there one small thing you wanted to do during your watch, or just a classic vigilance?
Yeah, I don't think that there was anything. Yeah, no,
So perfect. Who do you want to wake up next?
I'll wake up Gray.
Gray.
Oh yeah, fine. I just wake Gray up.
I get to sleep in.
Good morning. Good night.
It's not morning yet.
Yeah.
You're sleeping.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Well, it's about the middle of the night now.
Yeah.
I guess morning.
And anything interesting happen?
No, not at all.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Stay vigilant.
Always. You too.
As best I can while I'm unconscious. Okay, good night.
And good night. I'm gonna keep my watch and I'll slip in a prayer or two.
Okay. So you can roll perception really quick.
Okay. I rolled a 10.
A 10. Very calm night. You do kind of get enthralled by a fight that breaks out over a dead fish on the beach between two fairly large seagulls at one point, but otherwise nothing really interesting is happening.
Love it.
Perfect. Watching entertainment.
Yeah, dinner and a show. Who do you want to wake up next?
Who is like the most, or who is the least tired, if I remember from last time?
It's only
Well-
Lonan or Erie left.
I'll
And you
wake
know both
up.
of them had walked into the woods with you the night before, so
I know.
Erie was like exhausted though.
Yeah.
Exhausted.
I'm gonna wake up Lonan.
Yeah.
Hey, Lonan.
Good morning. And I look at this. It's still pretty dark out, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's about 4 in the morning now. So it is like pretty dark, especially with no stars or the moon shining. It's fairly dark.
And we've already recovered everything, so I mean, this will just be a short rest, anyways, right?
It's a long rest, so you're
Oh,
gonna
it
be
is long
back to
rest.
everything. Yeah,
Okay.
at this point, you've already had your 6 hours of sleep. So as long as you just take a 2-hour watch, you're gonna have a full rest at this point.
Okay. Well, good morning then. I shall. Looking at Erie, I mean, I know Erie kind of went through that whole process where she convinced everybody, and then all that went back. So I'm not actually gonna wake up Erie. I'll just stay up the entire time. Because I got to start thinking about exactly what I'm going to do with like finding Alatar, where the hell Old Dally is. I'm actually going to go over and wake up Pippin, though.
I'm gonna go take a nap.
Yeah, you
Pippin?
finished off your sleep.
Pippin.
Yes, Rinder. I mean Lonan.
Rinder. This Rind.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning, Pippin.
Is it morning yet?
It's close to. Obviously, you can tell that I'm lying. But you know, I'm just curious. Oh, I think we lost Rachel.
we did.
Yeah, there she goes. I'm just curious regarding Old Dahlia. Do you know much about it? I know that you have the map and everything. If anybody's going to know anything about it, I'm assuming it's going to be you. I remember it slightly, but I know much about Old Dahlia compared to like.
You can roll me a history check to see if you recognize the name Old Dahlia from anywhere.
Am I rolling a perception too from everybody else or no?
Yes, but we're going to do that after your conversation. I'm assuming
All right.
you're not talking to Pippin for 2 hours.
No, I rolled a 22.
22. So you do know what Old Dahlia is. You've never been there
Perfect.
yourself, but you know that Old Dahlia is a historic site located here on the Isle of Gardenia. Old Dahlia is actually the first landing point of the original settlers of Kadarth. So the Bonds family's ancestors, 318 years ago now, had landed on the Isle of Gardenia first and made their settlement of Old Dahlia before eventually spreading to conquer the rest of Kadarth.
Okay.
And you know that it's not habited really. It is more of like an abandoned ruins
Okay.
at this point.
So it's
That
not
is
really
like
like a
historic
city.
site.
It's more so just
The
people just
ghost town.
ghost town. Yeah.
Imagine like a more intact ruins like in like Greece, where you like people go and like tourists go there, but like no one lives in the ruins. You know.
Okay.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. But you
Um,
know, but you can identify that that's where Alatar has been placed for some reason.
So Pippin,
Yes.
considering I know a little bit about Old Dahlia, and you might know exactly where it's located. I'm thinking, if anything, do you believe that it'd be wise to go there sooner than later? I know that we're kind of at a.
Yeah, probably. You know, if we find Alatar, we might be able to get some answers about what happened with the Merchant King.
I'm hoping as well too. You know what I'm super concerned about though is Knack's wife and his family. I don't want to split the
Yeah,
party again.
Hold on,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna sit up now that I'm awake.
I'll like grab your hand to like pull you up, kind of thing. You know, like when you're like
Yeah.
when you're laying down and somebody else is standing up.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about this? Like, I really do not want to take Knack away from the party, and it's not something that I want to do.
Well, I have a feeling that I don't know, we'll have to discuss it with Knack, right? He really wants to help his wife, and if we can go and help his wife, then we should. I guess I'm worried that if we don't help Knack might want to go off on his own, and if Knack goes off on his own to try to help his wife, I think he's probably going to get himself hurt.
Yeah.
So I don't want him to leave on his own. Like, if Knack is dead set on going to help his wife, then I think we should all go. But if Knack is willing to let us learn more information about you and the dead Merchant King, and maybe find out some more stuff about what's going on with the Lugeist on the mainland, then I think that we can do that. I guess it's really up to Knack.
I think
Like,
I'm
I
gonna.
woke him up to take his watch, and he was all shaken. He was like in like a cold sweat.
Yeah, I can be honest and say that
Woke
we've
up.
spent a lot of time fiddling around with my side of things, where I know that he's definitely really worried about his family. Is there any possibility that we can
far?
like? Do you think that we can maybe do mine? Try to find an Alatar first, but on our way to go towards where Knack's family is, or is Knack's family in the opposite direction
No.
of where we're going?
No. Alatar's on the island
Yeah.
where we're on right now. It's a town, right? Knack's wife is on the mainland, like in the middle of Kaderic. Like, we would have to travel quite a bit to get to her.
Right.
But we are. Do I know how far Old Dahlia is from us, Dungeon Master?
How far?
Yeah.
Should I show it real quick?
It's not on the map actually.
Oh, okay.
Because it isn't like
It's
a
not a
settlement
city.
of note. Yeah, like it is more. It's a historical site. But on the map, you can see that there appears to be a road that is specifically dedicated on the map that doesn't lead anywhere. Using
my big artificer brain, how long would it take? How far is that road? How long would it take to travel?
So it would take probably about 2 days to get down that road because it is clear conditions, to your knowledge. So 2 days of traveling to get down that road.
All right, Lonan, according to my calculations, it would take us about 2 days of travel to reach New Dahlia if this
Old
map,
Dahlia.
this road,
Old
Old
Dahlia.
Dahlia, if this road leads there. And then 2 days more travel back for us to try to find a boat to the mainland. So that would put us 4 days out.
If only we had the airship. But
right? I
course
was
it's
thinking
not-
maybe we could like one day build an airship on this.
it'd be nice to bring
How handy would that be?
that technology back, but it'd make me miss Akano even more.
Oh, Kano. Oh.
I can tell you, I am rather scared for Knack and his family, so I would be okay with. I'm assuming Alatar is not going to go anywhere. It's not like Alatar knows I'm on my way or anything. So it's
Well,
not
the question is why is he at a historical site? What's
Right.
he doing there?
exactly, and not a
I
lot of
think-
people go towards Old Dahlia, so I don't know.
Yeah, if Knack is willing to put us out 4 days, then I think we should take it. Like we might be missing an opportunity to investigate what happened with the Merchant King, but it's not really for me to say, right? This is something that has to do with you and Nat.
If what I should do is, I think that it might be wise for me to have a conversation with Knack, ask him what he believes, and take it from there. And I think that you're right. If he is okay with it, sure. If he's not, I definitely do not want to split up the party. We've already had that numerous times, and I would be more concerned about what's happening to everybody else when I'm not there.
Yeah, the Undertons have to stick together.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
Pippin, get some rest then. I'm gonna go and
Oh,
see.
thank you.
I know.
I really want to go back to sleep.
Have a good rest then.
Thank you.
And I'll
Here, tuck me in.
I'll
tuck
tuck.
me
Yeah, I
in.
was just gonna say I'll tuck you in. I'll like do that thing where
Okay,
like
thank you.
I was like push you in all the corners of the
Thank
thing.
you, thank you.
And I will look around.
It's
I
just
guess
my head poking.
should I do the perception before I wake up Knack, or does it matter?
Are you waking? Are you just gonna keep talking to people?
I was just gonna wake up Knack and then that's it, and then I was just done after that.
Yeah.
but
If you will roll after.
Sure.
Yeah,
for
do it at the
limited
end of
time.
your watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Knack. And instead of like picking him up like I did Pippin, I'm gonna kick him. Not kick him. I'm gonna poke him with my toe. No, Knack.
What?
I don't mean to keep you up for very long, but I know that you've just been watching and keeping a good eye. But with all the information we found about where potentially the person that could clear my innocence would be, I've been kind of thinking, would you be okay with pursuing this a little bit longer? Or was this something that you want to kind of stop and go and keep an eye on your family? I'm okay with either. I want to know your input and what you decide.
Lonan, it's the middle of the night.
I understand, but you see, when we wake up in the morning, we're gonna need to know where to go, and I feel like if I'm ready to go, I'm very excited, and it's very hard to sleep knowing that somebody's out there that can potentially, make me be able to go back to my hometown again without hiding in the shadows.
Okay. I'm gonna sleep on it, Lonan. I can't. I'm too groggy. I need some. You'll have an answer in the morning.
Very well. That's completely understandable. And I will just keep watch then for the rest of the night.
Okay. Roll me a perception check. It was like the conversation's probably lasted about 20 minutes, so you have an hour and 40 minutes left of your watch.
15.
15. So roll something 1 second. So while you're taking your watch, then slowly towards it's almost about 5 in the morning now. You can see a very small sliver of light starting to creep, making the whole landscape kind of like blanching it of color as the darkness like leaches out of the world as the light slowly comes in. And you notice, Lonan, on the edge of the tent city, there appears to be a pair of apposition guards that appear to be facing your direction.
Oh no.
They look like every so often they like one leans into the other. Looks like they might be saying something. It's too far to see their faces.
Does it look like they're walking towards us?
They're standing still.
But they are looking over here.
They're facing your direction.
Hmm.
For sure.
All right, I'm gonna slowly, like, quietly wake people up and tell them to so one at a time, wake everybody up, and I'm going to tell everyone to shh and be quiet.
Everybody at this point does have, we will count it as everybody has their long rest at this point. Because it's only about 20 minutes until the rest, so I'm not going to be that guy.
I think it's time to leave. We have few guards over there that have keeping their eyes on us.
Oh. Hey, Gray. Why don't you go try talking to them and see what they want?
Are we not wanted?
Yes, we are. I don't think that's a great idea.
Why would I go over there and talk to guards?
Who's not
Maybe
wanted?
I'm too tired. I don't know.
The only person that's not wanted
Who's
is
not
Knack.
wanted?
And
And Eerie.
Erie,
too,
are you
yeah.
wanted as? I'm not too sure.
No, she was in her old human form.
Sleeping, am I not?
No, I woke everybody
Logan
up.
Just woke all of us up.
My bad. And I was told I was also wanted.
Yeah, but you were in your human ear. It's your human Erie picture.
Oh,
Because
guess
remember
that's
when we
true.
went to the plane of air, you changed.
that's right. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Why? What you want us to do? What?
I think just someone should go talk to those guards and see what they want.
Why?
Like if we just run away, what's their plan?
Well, why do we have to talk to them at all?
Yeah, I
Should
don't.
we just try walking away? See what they
Well,
do?
we've just been sleeping on the beach. We've done nothing wrong. I don't see why we need to go out of our way to
Yeah,
talk to them.
they've been
Yeah.
watching us quite
Yeah.
most of the night, so that I've
We
been
didn't do
seeing
anything
news.
wrong. They watched us most of the night.
Well, the night from what I've been watching, anyways, like when I was awake, they've watched us the entire time, from what I could tell.
Why didn't you wake us up when they first got here?
I was too concerned about talking to a few people, you and Neck, and then that.
Well, if they haven't approached us,
The guards were watching us when we were talking last night?
I don't know.
Do you think they were eavesdropping?
So, if anyone wants to roll a quick insight check on to see if they can determine the guards' intentions,
Yes.
they
Yeah,
can.
yeah, I'm gonna do
Yeah,
that.
let's do it. That's a good idea.
A 15.
I got a 3.
18.
1 second.
Nat 20?
Oh,
Ooh.
Nice.
I got. Oh wait, that's Travis' score. I got a 15.
So everybody but Pippin. Everybody rolled pretty well but Pippin. You can all tell that these guards aren't just angled towards you. They seem to be trying to settle you. Lonan, you are just kind of really reinforced in this with your nat 20. You are like very certain that they are trying to watch you, but like be low key about it. They're trying to be nonchalant. Pippin, you think that they are very like they're just standing there. They're just making sure people aren't like wandering around drunk.
Yeah,
And
I
causing
think they're on their
fighting.
break.
Nah, they're watching. They're keeping an eye on us for sure.
No, I think they're on their lunch break.
Nah, do you think she told them?
Who's she?
The captain of the vessel?
Oh yeah.
We let her
Maybe.
go.
I don't know. What should we do?
Walk away calmly.
I think
Okay.
missing guards right now would be a bad idea.
Where
Alright,
are
let's-
the guards right now? Sorry.
They are on the edge of the tent city, so they are on a small like lane that runs like a road that runs across the beach towards Payport, the small town.
Right. Okay.
Alright, let's try calmly walking away. We're gonna stand up, clean up our bedrolls.
Are you
Yeah.
going to do it
Harassment.
slowly? Are you doing it quickly?
I think
or-
we're trying to look nonchalant.
Yeah, like not like we're like
Casually.
running away real fast.
Yeah.
We're just casually like, all right, it's time to go.
Yeah, everybody tell jokes and laugh. Ha ha ha. Yes, and the
Gray.
bacon was burnt. I'm
Oh,
tired.
yes. I sure do love the apposition and this beautiful nation.
Missed, am I right?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Missed him, alright.
Just a couple citizens of Kader sleeping on the beach.
Haha,
All right,
clean out my
onward,
boots.
onward to our
Let's
destination.
find breakfast, friends.
So where are you going?
We are trying to walk off the beach, probably like towards the tent city, wherever we're gonna try to.
No.
No,
And
where are we going?
I would say towards the woods, so we can like
Well,
just.
you have to go
The
through
woods. You have to walk
They're just
through
gonna
the
watch
tent
us walk into the woods.
So to walk into
We
the
have to go through
woods,
the tent city.
yeah, the fastest way is through the tent city.
Oh, why don't we go into a tent, jump in the globe, and then Erie walk
Yeah,
out to
I was
somebody
thinking
different?
let's walk towards the tent city because that's an easy place to lose them.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea. Everyone jump in the globe. I'll change my appearance and I'll come out as someone else.
Okay.
Wait, you're
Thank
jumping
you,
in the
Erie.
globe
Erie's
right
always
now?
getting us out
No,
of
no, no, no,
trouble.
no. When we walk
no,
into a
no.
tent or walk into somewhere to hide each
Yeah,
other.
okay, so we are now slowly, casually making our way towards the tent city.
Okay, what is the walking order? You can walk 2 at a time through the tent city.
I want to be in the middle, so I'm kind of behind whoever I can
You're
hide
supposed
behind.
to be dead. You're the least wanted of all of us at this
Well,
point.
then they see me and they might be like, "What the heck?"
I'll be in the front.
I'll be in the back.
I'll be second behind Knack.
I'll be with Gray.
Okay, so Nax in the front, and then it's Eerie and Gray walking side by side behind, and then it's Lone, and then it's Pippin. So only
Yeah.
Pippin is going to be making perception rolls to follow where the
Oh,
guard
great.
is.
Oh no, I have no good perception, guys. I rolled a 14.
A 14. But I need the people in front, which I believe is just Knack, to be rolling because you were leading the group in this stealthy tent mission.
Wait, so what am I rolling?
I'm going to have you roll 3 different rolls, and we're going to see how many you pass and how well you do. So, first, you are going to be rolling a perception check in order to find a tent, to keep watch for a tent that you can easily jump into without causing a ruckus.
So 20
Second,
for that.
Second, you are going to be rolling a stealth check for the whole group to be leading properly through the tent city at a slow and calm pace. You're wearing heavy armor, correct?
I am, but there's no point in making me roll at disadvantage because I rolled a 3.
No, you can roll a 1.
Okay.
You can roll a 1.
You can
A
do
3 is
worse
probably a
than
fail, but
that.
I will roll again.
Yeah, but a critical failure is even worse.
Oh, I
It's
guess
more
that's
fun
fair.
that way.
There's always
It's gonna be a natural
room
20.
for doing worse.
Okay,
Yeah, that
so
was
always
good.
be
it was
worse.
an
So
18,
the
but
3.
we're taking the 3, which is
Okay, and then I will let you decide on another rule. So what do you want to be doing to try to supplement your sneaky, trying to find a tent and be sneaky?
I think I actually would have headed toward Bjornson and Bjornson's.
Okay, then I will make you
Good
roll
choice.
a you can roll a history or a survival check, and that's just so you can like navigate properly back to the tents.
Sure, I'll do survival.
Yeah,
I forgot about the Bjorns.
23.
Bjorn's
So,
Bjornsson.
despite your kind of bumbling stature and like your clanging armor that makes quite a ruckus, despite your slow, steady steps, you have actually been back in the tent city the most often of the whole group. You've gone in on every single excursion so far. You know where Bjorn and his family's tents are located. In Pippin, you were able to watch while following closely behind. You're able to see that you managed to lose after a few moments. After a few
Did they
minutes,
come
sorry.
after us? Did they start
They
like slowly following
You
after
with
us?
your 14, you did see them after. You didn't see them move immediately upon entering the tent city, but you were able to catch distinctly opposition guards following and like walking in your direction.
Were they the same ones from the beach?
It's hard to tell because they were in armor. They had
Yeah.
they had their helmets on. But
Mm.
you were able to tell that they're distinctly guards are like following in your path,
Yeah,
trying
guys, we're
trying
definitely
to be
being
discreet.
followed. Discreetly followed.
Uh-oh.
Arclight better not have turned us in.
But because of Nax, quick thinking and good eye, you guys are all able to safely, very early in the morning. Day is just fully breaking. It is about 5:30 at this point after navigating the tent city. You are able to make it to Bjornson, and Jeffrey's tent.
All right.
Their trio of tents. So Knack, you can lead the group into the center with its. There's a small fire pit that is not lit anymore. It looks like it has been sanded over for the night, and no one is currently awake.
Okay. All right, everybody, quickly in the globe.
All
Vitriol.
right.
I
Vitriol.
don't
Vitriol.
want the globe.
We'll jump in the globe.
Okay, everybody goes into the globe.
Like-
Hi guys. So
Hey,
eerie.
Vitriol.
you are now alone in the tents. If I remember correctly, you were a kind of peasanty-looking blonde human girl last time we saw you.
Mhm.
What are you looking at like now? Are you
Am I
changing
still wearing? I'm still wearing Travis's fancy
Yes, you are. You haven't
clothes,
given it
right?
back.
You
Okay.
mean Lonan?
Mm-hmm. Who's
Yeah,
Travis?
my bad. Lonan. Jeez. So I will change myself into just another peasanty person.
Okay.
I would say
Would,
like I'll be a male this time.
do you want to be any specific race?
Surprise me.
Okay, let me roll a dice. We'll say it's someone that you've seen in the tent city recently, so there might be a
Mind
small risk.
Flayer.
There might be a small risk that you will run into
Range
yourself,
myself.
but you can
Oh
change your
god,
outfit to try to
I'm
like
worried a little
gauge
bit.
yourself. So you're gonna be a little halfling woman,
Cool.
with short cropped, a really like slick bob,
Nice.
of like ebony hair, big nose, just yeah, small halfling woman.
Love it.
Edna
Right,
mode,
my model.
basically. There you go. That's how you look right now.
Cool. And then I'll also do a little spin and I'll change my clothes to just if they were like brownish before, I'll go like a green, like a mossy green color with like sewn patches on it, kind of still kind of rough looking.
Yeah.
And I'll put the globe in my backpack.
Okay. And so no one told you where you were heading after this.
I believe I remember Lonan saying that he wants to get to the forest, so I'm just going to head towards that direction.
Okay. So I will have you roll us a stealth check as you, and again, you have also navigated the tent city a few times, so you're not gonna have any issue getting to the forest's edge.
Yeah, I've gone
This
back and
is
forth a couple times so
this
far.
is more just to see how if you don't run into any guards or
Okay.
draw any undos anything.
So I
Yeah.
rolled a 12.
A 12 is enough. It wasn't a very high roll, just
No.
because you, especially with your appearance, you blend in very well. Halflings aren't super common within Kadarth. Most of the time, they are of a lower class as well. But there is a decent number of them that have still made it onto um, the Isle of Gardenia. So you still blend in quite well. And so with a 12, you do manage to, after another half hour, 20 minutes of snaking through the tent city, you manage to slyly get into the forest's dark grasp, and you get far enough in that you feel comfortable to let everybody out.
At any point, did I notice anyone following me?
You can roll a perception check for me really quick.
Like, did I see where the guards were or anything when I left the tent?
You can roll perception.
9.
With a 9, immediately upon exiting the tent, you saw a patrol of guards walk by, but you weren't able to tell if they were specifically looking for someone or if this was a set of guards that are just on patrol in general.
Uh-huh.
You weren't able to interact with the guards long enough to really get like a a feel for who they are personally and exactly what they look like. So you can't even tell if this is even like quite the same stature of guards. This might be a completely different pair.
Okay. So I guess I pull out the globe. And it's only been 20 minutes and they can be in there for an hour, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to go into the globe and leave the globe unattended.
You can summon Vitriol out.
Yeah,
and
I'll
get
just
him to
summon
bring them.
Vitriol out.
So
Vitriol-
Vitriol will come out and he will appear as a moth fluttering frost powder off of his wings as he flaps.
Very cute. I'll put up my finger and let him land.
He will land and his big fuzzy antenna will perk around.
And I'll say, "Hello, Vitriol, long time no see. Could you please tell everyone it's safe to come out now?"
That's true. You never go in the snow globe.
I never go in the snow.
So Vitriol will appear back in 20 minutes. You guys can probably just be relaxing unless there was any specific conversation you wanted to be having for that time.
There was, yeah.
Okay, then yeah, we can do that during the 20 minutes then. I will limit it. You cannot randomly burst out of the snow globe this time.
Okay. So Lonan, to make a decision, I need to know what's your plan. Like, what do you plan on doing? What's the goal?
Pippin, with Pippin's help and of course the groups, I'd like to see if we can find Alatar, and in hopes that if he can find some sort of way of helping us. That he's the only one that was there that night to remember what happened, to perhaps he knew somebody or something that was going on that night. Of course, I don't really know. I mean, I only have one person to really ask, and it's him, right? So he's kind of my last hope. And if he can't not solve, but if he can't help us in any way, then at that point, I think it's a lost cause.
I don't think it's a lost cause if he can't help.
Right, exactly. I'm hoping
But
that he
it's-
can, but I think this is my only chance. And if you feel like your family is in immediate danger, I'm okay with going there first. I just want to know your opinion. That's all.
Well, I mean, I think, well, Pippin said before that, we don't really know what's happening with the Lugeist exactly, and I do agree with that, but I do
And Alatar is a mage, right? He might have answers for the Lugeist too.
Yes. It's peculiar what he's doing at the old Dahlia at this rate.
How
Right?
powerful of a mage is he? Does he have access to the teleportation circle spell?
Yeah.
You can
What if
roll-
we almost
What do I
find
like?
him
Do
right
I know
now?
like a little bit of his? He's taught me quite a few
He
things.
did
So
teach you magic.
yeah, he taught me
you can
magic. Like, how far
roll
did he
an
go?
Arcana check to see how much arcane knowledge you know that. he has.
And 10.
So you know that Alatar, he told you very directly this. He told you that he was mostly just teaching you magics in order to like protect yourself.
So defense kind of thing. Defense against
you
against the
have
dark
like
arts.
you managed like, and you didn't quite pick up as quickly as he was hoping. You weren't with him very long, and so you adapted the magics that you had learned from Alatar into your arcane arrows. And you know that, so you know for sure he knows quite a bit of evocation magic and some abjuration magic, but you don't know anything really past that. The conversations that you had weren't really about him. You were pretty caught up in you at that moment.
Right.
You were having a pretty hard time. But Greg, you
Unfortunately,
were saying something as well.
from what I could tell, he was just teaching me what I needed to know in order to continue on my journey and
You
protect
don't know how
myself.
powerful he is.
No, unfortunately, it was very hard to learn under him. I mean, he was a great teacher, but I was just such a beginner at magic at the
Yeah.
time. It's very hard to understand his level of expertise.
Yeah, well, I guess it might be a long shot, but in my experiences, mages tend to be pretty well informed. So he might be able to help us a little bit with the Lugeist, and he could help us quite a bit with Loden.
Right.
So-
I am curious on how he's gonna. The thing I don't know is that what if we do go there and perhaps he's been under suspicion this entire time and we kind of walk into a trap. That is another thing that I'm curious about as well too.
Yeah, I don't know why he's been moved to this location. That's very
Exactly.
interesting.
Sorry, you were saying, Nak?
I mean, Ronan, like, if everybody thinks you're dead, is it really worth going through all this? Like, you could probably just be free now.
I mean, I suppose, but if I walk around and somebody recognizes me, and then word spreads quite quickly, we'll be in the back in the same position. Plus, I kind of want to know, what happened at the time. I don't really want to keep living wondering, did I do it, and potentially, how did I do it without
Yeah,
knowing or remembering anything.
That's fair, I suppose.
Especially for you guys, you don't. I mean, I know that Eerie doesn't trust me and that much, and I know that
What do you mean? Eerie trusts you.
Eerie.
Yeah,
I think so.
I think so. You have to remember, Eerie's like. I think
I'm
Eerie's
not
like.
snow globe right now. Remember, Trav?
Yeah,
I know.
we're talking about you.
No, I was just
I
saying,
think
like Eerie, like question mark, like.
I think Eerie is like 17. Like, I think it's good. It's good for all of us to remember that if she's acting a little weird, it's
Oh,
probably
excuse me.
because she's 17.
Right.
Right.
Well, I know it was hard to get some, quite a lot of your trust. It's just, I think this would help me and understanding what happened and who attacked me or did something to put a spell on me. I don't know, but maybe I did myself. I am not too sure. So, anyways,
I think that I can understand why you'd want to know more. And I think that it might be good for me to go talk as well. Maybe we can get some more information on what's happening with the Lugeist. So I think I can commit to at least traveling that far, unless of course I get a message from my wife that's really,
right.
really bad.
Like, I need help now. Where are you? Why didn't you come save me?
When
Yeah,
can you send your next message to your wife?
now, but we usually like to talk at night. So
The next time you speak to her, if you can tell her to let you know if she's in immediate danger, we'll switch our course.
She can't contact him. He has to contact her.
yeah,
first.
yeah. So just, I mean, I guess, yeah, that's what I meant is that like if I ever message her, send her a message, and she says come now, like it's urgent, then I'm going to have to do
Then,
whatever. I
yeah,
have
we
to
gotta
do.
go.
And we'll be with you the way as well too. I will drop everything for it. That's understandable.
Yeah, I think that that's fair. Great. Do you have any input?
No, I feel like both of both of you guys have very important things to do, and I'm here to help both of you out. I mean, I think Knack's wife in immediate danger is pretty high priority, but I definitely feel like if this is a one-time chance to find this mage guy, then I think we should act on that too.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Alright, are
it's
we
kind of
decided?
like a tough one.
Yeah.
Yes, completely.
Towards the end of the conversation, Vitril, who has been just awkwardly standing slightly outside of the huddle, wanting to join but being too awkward to ask, disappears. And before quickly reappearing, hey guys, Yuri said it's okay to go back out.
Vitril, are you okay in
Alright,
here
yep.
by yourself, by the way?
Oh, I've been going out plenty of times.
Oh.
It's been nice being here.
Okay, goodbye.
Well
Oh,
then.
I'm coming to.
Oh,
And Pippin, you come out and Vigil's on your shoulder as a crab.
I will take him off my shoulder and put him on the ground.
He will scuttle away.
Where are we? Where do I look? What do I see when I pop out?
What do you look like?
What do I look like?
So you are in the
No, what do I
forest.
see? Like, what's
Yeah,
around me?
I know. You see, you're very clearly in the forest. You see a small halfling woman with a very stylish bob. That contradicts kind of her like gnarled apparel. And you
Who
guys
are you,
you're fairly
stranger?
deep.
It's me.
Oh, okay. I thought so. All right, everybody. Erie, while you were escaping, we made a decision on what we're gonna do.
Oh, great. Please fill me in. I love when I am in the
We
loop.
um
All
we
these
are
decisions made in the snow globe without telling me. Go on.
no, we had a meeting while you were getting us out of trouble.
Uh-huh.
We have decided we are going to pursue Lonan's former mentor and make our way towards the ghost town of Old Dahlia.
Okay, and where is that?
We think it's. I'm gonna take out my map and point to this road that leads nowhere. We think it's on the end of this road.
Do
So
we
2
have
days
enough
travel.
supplies?
Pardon me?
Do we have supplies for this?
I think we
Food,
got
water?
food and stuff.
I have
And
quite
Nat
a-
can literally make things out of thin air. Also, guys, last night whilst you were all sleeping, I counted all of our loot that we got from the Tower of Rest, and we got about 1,000 gold worth of goodies.
Wow, that's quite a lot. Perhaps we
Yeah.
can. I don't even know what we would use
And
that
what?
for. I was just thinking
Well,
about.
like food, new material, new magic items.
Oh, we can buy more corn.
No,
That
no.
too.
Well said, Lonan.
I think a better mode of transportation is what I was thinking of. But then I remember that Gray didn't want his horse being put in a bug.
I honestly would like to have a mount again.
Yes.
A what?
A mount.
A mount.
A
Perhaps
horse.
like a
Steed.
horse
I
or
thought
some
you
sort
said
of
a
donkey.
mountain goat.
A
No.
I
mountain
mean,
goat. I mean, he could use it.
it depends on how big the mountain goat is, I guess.
I mean, I'm just gonna say it. I'm not going back into the camp again.
No,
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 no.
no,
I
no,
think
no. We're fine.
We're planning on walking to Old Dahlia.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
This
alright,
way,
in that case,
and then we'll
I'm
start
gonna-
walking.
So wait,
I'm gonna need longer legs than these to walk, so I change into changeling self.
Can I
Yeah,
have my
back to
clothes back now?
Oh right. I guess.
You know, Lonan, those clothes work so good with her ability to change her form.
But then, how am I supposed to
What
have?
if she gives you? What if she trades you like the ice crown that she never uses for that?
What does the ice crown even do? I'm not
Well, the
familiar
ice
with it.
crown, it is like a weapon in itself, and if you
It's
wear
very
it,
powerful.
yeah, it's very powerful. It can
If you
cause
wear
da-
it, go on.
I will tell you
you-
the stats right now that I definitely know.
if you wear the ice crown, it allows you to make a reaction once per short rest that like shoots an area of ice shards around you in a 5-foot area to damage your attackers. And it also gives you resistance to cold damage
Forever if you're wearing
as long
it.
as you're wearing it.
And that's cold damage is also cold weather too, right?
Yes.
See, never
Un-
knew that.
Unfortunately,
Well, then that would be good for you.
yeah, I really like.
What if anyone ever got close to you while you were shooting arrows, you could just blast them with ice.
Right, but then I have to wear the crown all the time. It's okay.
It
I
would
just
look good on you.
It's a
I think-
masculine crown.
right.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just.
think you'd look dashing.
I'm just thinking. What about my little Fendril and being able to have a nice little spot for him on my clothes?
Speaking of Fendril, Fendril has woken up while you were in the snow globe and is now, with the leash that you typically have tied around your belt. He is moving around the 10-foot area, kind of just sniffing. And you as you look over, he's actually like eating a rat. You don't
Okay.
know where he got the rat from.
How big is Fendril now? Has he grown at all?
Fendril, it's only been a few days. It's only been like 5 days since you've been back on this plane.
Right.
But Fendril's about the same size, the size of like a large house cat. Think of like a ragdoll cat size. That's a bit about how big Fendril's body is.
Is he
Of
struggling to?
course.
Is it like when he flies? Is he struggling to fly, or is he flying perfectly fine? Everything's good.
He's flying comfortably, but it's not for long periods of time.
Okay.
Lonan is one of those parents that puts their kid on a leash.
What's a dragon? I don't want it to fly away.
It's a dragon with a scorpion tail.
Yeah, I don't want it to go fly away and then never come back again. So, let me think on it. You know what? You can keep the cloak for now, Eerie, and I will think on the trade. But we have some ways. We have 2 days before we head into Old Dahlia, so I'm sure I'll make my decision before then.
Are you going to the road? What are you doing?
We're all following Pippin, right?
Yeah, Pippin, where are you going?
So I think I'm gonna try to find the road. Yeah.
So you're in the woods right now, and looking at your
Okay.
map, you can see on your map, clearly, you see how it says New Dahlia on the map. That clearly obfuscates quite a bit of the forest. It reaches down way closer to the city than it
Okay.
appears. So you are like fairly close to New Dahlia still. Are you going to try to follow the forest's edge for a while in order to try to what are you doing?
I'm going to follow the edge of the forest around to see if I can find the road.
Okay, I'll have you roll a survival check.
I'm
Just
not good at this.
it's okay. It's not very high of a DC because you are using like landmarks to navigate.
I rolled a 2, a natural 1.
Natural one.
Nice.
We are going in the wrong direction.
You're walking in circles for hours.
I don't know why the artificer is leading.
You were
You
the
were-
one who said,
you
"Let's
said-
go
yeah.
this way. Follow
Yeah.
me." So Pippin
Yeah,
has led
someone-
you directly in the wrong direction.
Ugh.
And I will let everybody. I will let. What's everybody's? Who is proficient in survival?
Me.
Let me
Eerie,
see.
what
Nope.
is 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your wisdom modifier? This is your passive survival check.
Okay, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 14.
14. Okay, 14 is high enough. So you're about 2 hours into the walk. When you look behind you, and you can see a pillar of smoke rising, and you can just see across the horizon that this pillar of smoke is coming from the top of New Dahlia, which is to the east of where you are right now. When it should be it's to the west right now, but it should be to the east.
Gosh, dang it, Pippin!
No, I swear, if we just continue this way, we'll get there.
I don't believe you. Pull the map out again.
Okay, well, if you want to ask for directions, I'm not asking.
Well, I don't think we need to ask for directions. I just think you don't know how to read that map. And then
Are
Yeah,
we
Okay,
lost?
Let's see the map.
Fine, you guys do the map.
Are we there yet?
No, we're in the complete circle.
Pippin!
It's a good thing you got such a big brain, Pippin.
I do have a big brain, thank you.
I'm
Can you
gonna,
make a
mutter
potion
to
for this?
myself, like, did he let Tenaculum read the map?
And as you open the map, it actually is stuck closed for a second, and Tenaculum has been rolled up into the map.
He just flops
Before I
out.
start reading the map, I take my crown out and I put it on my head.
And you feel almost like you have a second layer of skin on that is giving you just like the right amount of toastiness.
Okay. And I flatten it out on the ground and we all can stand around it and look at it.
And as you're pointing, you point up at the sun, be like, "It's rising in this direction, and the New Dahlia is there, which means we're walking this way instead of that way." And very articulate, tell all of these grown men.
Okay, well, who thinks that shouldn't Lonan lead the way if he's the one who's from here?
I can attempt to figure out my way. It's just that I believe Pippin because he has always had the map since the beginning.
Pippin is right now pouting quietly, because he was wrong but doesn't want to admit it.
That's fair.
I will grab the map and like try to figure out like which way is which, and then attempt to try to put us in the right direction. Okay, so Erie, you're saying over here then, and I'm gonna point to where she's pointing. And Erie.
Yep.
Okay, well then let's trek on then.
Well, which way are we going? You're going this way?
Yes, we're gonna go, and I don't know what direction we're going in at all, but I'm just gonna guess that where she's pointing is where we're gonna be walking. I'm gonna try to.
No, look at the map, Lonan. Don't guess. Look at the map and tell us which way to go.
Is the map exactly what it is here on the screen?
Yes.
Okay, let me switch that over real quick. Okay, so look on the map.
So
okay.
you are all. This is New Dahlia up here.
Okay.
And so you are in like somewhere over here.
Yeah, zoom the map in, Trav.
Does anybody have a compass?
That's as far as I can go. That's literally the map is zoomed in.
What direction do we need to go in?
I mean, which way is north?
Pippin, sorry, point on the
North
map
is that way.
Okay, that should help.
So, I'm thinking we should go, and I'm gonna so we're in New Dahlia over here, right?
You are 2 hours east of New Dahlia currently. Somewhere in this region over here.
So I'm gonna say we're gonna walk to like here, right here.
Right where?
Yeah.
Can we like go around? I don't. We're on a little island, right?
Water. What are you looking at?
I'm trying to like see where the little road goes.
Travis, we're on the island.
Oh, okay, it's an island. Oh, okay, sorry.
Oh my gosh, that road, the end of the road next to New Dahlia is where we think the town is.
That's where I thought we were going.
Take the map from Lonan. He's like, if we go into the middle of the ocean.
Hey, I said I wasn't good at survival. Or
Knack, you tell us.
Knack, you're the one who lived in the air and in the country, Knack.
Yeah, so I take.
Lonan's like, hey, can we go over to these woods on the other side of the country?
I drew all over. Oh, I'm still drawing all over the map.
Who's drawing?
That's
I
Knack.
don't know what that was an accident.
How do you clear the map?
Don't worry. So
Yeah.
this is the region you're in now.
Yeah, so the line that's on the map is the direction I'm gonna take us.
Okay, you can
Okay.
roll a survival check.
I
Really
did,
quick.
and I got a 20.
Knack sighs like an old man
Oh my god.
and
he's
just starts walking east. All you had to say was "I walk east." I mean west. That's all you had to say was "I walk west," and then you guys are on the right direction. So, what are you trying to do, Knack? Are you trying to get to the road? Are you trying to follow the tree line all the way there? Like, what are you doing?
I don't think. Okay, so based on the map, the map that you've provided us, that I've drawn all over now,
All over.
um, do the trees stop where they stop, kind of on the map, or would the trees in the forest kind of follow the road? Like, is it just a coastal road
So
with
the
no
where it says New Dahlia, like the word New Dahlia, that area is all forest. It's just
Okay.
like the way the map's drawn, it doesn't look that way.
Sure.
But it follows the tree line follows properly the rest of the way. So let
Okay.
me draw here. This is where the tree line actually is.
Cool. Okay. So then, from my knowledge
Like
of the
that.
area, what will the terrain be like near the road?
Near the road, it's gonna be like lightly wooded, almost like the beach area. Like by the trees, there might be some windbreaks every so often. So some just like birchy shrub land area, but most of it is just like grasslands,
Okay.
like
So
like pretty hilly grasslands.
So I guess to refine a bit more, would I know if it's worth traveling off the road for the purpose of stealth, or is it open enough that that wouldn't really matter, and we're better off to be on the road to get there quicker?
So you with your 20 survival, we'll do all this based on that 20. You would know that like if you want to be really stealthy, it would probably be best to follow through the wood lines the whole time. But it would probably also add another day, like half a day to a full day to the journey to follow the tree line all the way up and then go down. Um, Alternatively, you could like just do a full day's journey through the wood line and then walk down to the road, and that you think that maybe will take you far enough away from Dahlia, but you don't know. You don't know how like what the patrols are on the road. None of you have really taken this pilgrimage before.
Okay. So based on the map and what I know of the area, we have two options. One would be to kind of walk around New Dahlia in the wood, and then go straight down to the road and travel on the road the rest of the way. Or two, I could take us on a path that kind of goes through the wood, and kind of being as stealthy as possible, but that's probably going to add a half a day, maybe a day onto the travel, but it would keep us off the road and hopefully unseen. Like, I don't know like what patrol will be like or anything.
Well,
I'm most comfortable in the forest.
I'm okay with being as stealthy as possible.
The road would probably be better, but I'm fine with either.
Okay. I mean,
I think
what was that, Gray?
I think you should kind of use your own judgment. What do you think is the best as well?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not wanted, so I'm fine on the road. So I think the people who are wanted should probably be the ones to decide this.
I'm fine with the
True.
road. I'll just wear my goggles.
I don't think that will hide you, Pippin.
No.
I was thinking about making a mask, maybe. I need some materials though. But I think if I'm on the road and we see someone coming, I can disguise myself with something I can whip up really quick.
I think that the road, considering how many refugees there are in New Dahlia, is likely to be heavily patrolled.
I mean, wouldn't the refugees only be sitting at the city back there
I
with the
wouldn't
tents?
if I was a refugee. Do you see how little food and space they have there? I'd probably go elsewhere to try and find a better place to
Yeah,
stay.
that's
Or else,
actually a good point.
where else would they go here?
I mean, I don't know. Where are we going?
Mage hunt?
What?
I
Oh,
say the
yeah.
forest. Everyone, let's take a
I
vote.
think I'll vote forest.
Gray.
Forest.
Okay.
Forest.
Well, then forest it is.
Yeah.
So depending on your pace that you would like to set now for the 2.5 days that it's going to take. Before it was only going to be a day and a half. Now it's going to be 2 to 2.5 days worth of a journey. How quickly would you like to be going? It will be a bit slower because you are off the road.
Yeah, normal travel speed.
Okay. So, is there anything anyone would like to do over a short little road downtime? You guys are walking slightly within the tree line to stay out of sight. Quickly on the first day, within the first 6 hours of, well, like within the first 4 hours of walking, New Dahlia is completely out of sight, and the road will also dip away as the shoreline gets farther south. So if anyone has a small thing they would like to be doing during downtime for the next 2.5 days, you can say it now.
So I will, toward the end of each night, just send a message.
Okay, so we will roleplay those messages independently at the nights.
Okay.
For those.
Sure. So then, otherwise, I'm I guess leading and watching, and yeah.
Okay, that does take. I'm glad you said that. It is an important part, especially because you are not on a road. So we will maintain with your 20 survival then. A very clear, easy journey.
Pippin would like to approach everyone in the party and ask them if they have any leather on them, any leather materials.
So you can all just answer now.
Eerie does not. She says no.
I do not
Okay.
either.
I wish we were in a town.
I believe
I need some raw materials.
I have my old quiver. I don't know if it has any. I don't know how it has any leather materials on it, but you can take a look at
Does
it.
it? Does
Your
it have
quiver
leather
is made of
materials?
leather, actually, Lonan. It is like not the best grade of leather, and Pippin, you looking at it, you know it's not enough to do the project you want, just because you will have to repurpose it, and so quite a bit. It will be like it's good, it's something, but it's not.
What
enough.
if I deconstruct my leather armor?
I do have leather as well too, as far as I can
You have
tell.
more?
If you're gonna get rid of your armor to do this project, you will get rid of all the AC bonus you get from that.
Yeah, I would go down to
12.
my AC would drop.
Good math.
Yeah. Do you have more? Did you say you have more leather, Lona?
Yeah. So apparently, like mine says, I have studded leather and leather. I'm assuming I'm currently wearing studded leather.
You shouldn't have both.
You studded leather armor and leather armor?
Yeah, might have just added both on the D&D Beyond.
You've never purchased armor.
Yeah, so you just started without it.
So you should only have studded.
Yeah, never mind then. Nope. So just that and our water skins, I guess, if you count those. But
all right, I'll tell the group what I'm doing. I'm building myself a mask. I had this idea for this mask that I could make that could filter out the
Lugeist?
toxins of the Lugeist. I was thinking maybe it could have like a long beak to like filter some of the toxins, you know. And then I was gonna imbue it with some elixirs and stuff that I was brewing up to make it magical.
Interesting.
But if none of you have leather, I will be taking my leather vest, my leather armor, and cutting it up and making a mask out of it.
You will be doing this.
Yes.
I think that's really silly, Pippin.
I think you should keep your protection.
Yeah,
the mask sounds like a good idea, but like.
No, I think it's worth it. Don't worry, guys. I got this under control.
No.
I mean, think about this. Well, like, what if we're traveling through the forest and we spot an animal you can use?
You have to cure leather.
Yeah,
it would take a long time.
It's not.
Do you have a spell for that?
I do not have cure leather. Level
How
1
are you
problem.
going to what are you going to
Make leather.
I mean,
maybe they do. Who knows?
What'd you say, Eerie?
I said, what are you on earth are you going to use to filter? Because leather, you can't breathe through leather.
Well, I was devising some concoctions that I could pour down the beak
Pippin, I think
and,
that
some
this
stuff
might
to
not be such a
filter.
great idea. Not one of you do have. I would say this. You have quite a lot of ideas, but this is not one of them.
I think that this is a magnificent idea, and I'm going to do it whether you guys approve or not.
Well,
Pippin.
I don't have any leather for you. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I have my own leather.
No, don't.
First the map, now this.
Pippin, why
Yes.
don't you just drop a design and I'll make that for you tonight? But you just have to include some metal on it.
I don't. Is that how it works? Can you do that?
Yep.
Let me bring up the wording as you finish this conversation.
Yeah, because if you can't do it, I'll give you the gold to make the leather. But we'll have to wait for the DM's ruling.
I say yeah.
I mean, it does say you can make a suit of armor.
Yeah, I think the wording is basically just that it has to contain metal of some kind, and it's not specific as to how much metal.
Could he make? Okay, here's a question.
It does. No, you know what? It does literally say. Okay, Nick and I were talking about this wording before. The metal changes and coalesces and transforms into the creation of the ritual's ending, magically forming not even non-metal parts.
Yeah, so just the object that I create has to have some metal on it, I think, right?
Oh,
Mhm.
so could you make like studded leather armor?
Yeah,
It just says some. It literally says some metal.
yeah.
So
Could you make plate armor for me?
that's a
Yeah,
lot of gold.
There's a gold cap on
we
it.
have a lot
No,
of
no,
gold.
no, no. The
I got
gold cap.
platinum.
It's 100 gold. It can't be worth more than 100 gold, I think. The item that I
Never
made.
mind.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
However,
I would
will-
rule that you can make pieces of plate metal for 15 days.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, I might be.
Yeah,
able to
I would
figure
rule
it
that's
out, yeah.
okay.
Like you just have a helmet.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what, Knack? You've convinced me. I will not cannibalize my own protective armor. I will let you magically create me some tonight.
Yeah, that's a much better idea.
Good choice.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay. That's what I will be doing during my during our travel time. And then
Okay.
like the rest of the time I'll be building and constructing this plague doctor mask.
Okay. Gray, Erie, and Lonan, is there anything you guys would like to be doing over the 2.5 days?
I would like to try to teach Fendril a kind of like a fetch thing, like where if he can fetch any of the birds or something like in like around like just like smaller rodents and whatnot.
Sure. So you can whenever you see like let's say whenever you see like a robin in the air,
Mhm.
you can roll an animal handling check to see how often you can get Fendril to understand what you're saying and go catch the robin.
17.
17, pretty good. Fendril is quite young still. Fendril's it's very hard to estimate because there was a lot of weird shenanigans going on with time when Fendril was being like hatched and stuff, right?
Mhm.
So Fendril's quite young still, but Fendril managed to, out of the 2.5 days, Fendril listens to you and goes after the birds 5 times and manages to catch one of them.
Okay.
But only one. But so about like I would say about a 25% listening rate so
Okay.
far on fetch.
What I'll probably start doing then, like, do you think I can start keeping track of like the stuff that I teach Fendril, and like I'm gonna keep track of that of what he'll know? Like, I mean, like, does he seem pretty accurate when he's doing stuff, or is he kind of just like doing his own thing most of the time and then?
You'll need to do a bit more consistent training. So
Sure.
right now he doesn't have any specific commands, but
Yeah.
you've started on a few.
Okay.
Like this. So start your list now.
Yep.
I'll have one as well. So right now Fendril is starting to learn like a grab type fetch.
Grab and fetch. Okay. I wrote catch and fetch, so.
So we'll say catch. Catch will be the command.
Fudge.
Okay.
We're not making fetch happen. It ain't gonna happen. So catch is happening.
Fetch,
Stop
why
trying to
not?
make fetch happen.
Stop trying to make Pippin. Stop trying to make fetch happen.
Not gonna
Yeah,
happen.
Pippin will fetch for you, Lona.
Oh my
no.
gosh.
All right.
So Erie and Gray, is there anything specific you want to be doing over the 2.5 days?
I would like to stay vigilant on the traveling time. On my free time, I'd like to pray and help out the group with any projects they're currently working on.
Okay. I don't know how much. I don't know if you have any skills that would really help Pippin specifically, but you can help Knack with the navigation whenever he requires it.
Perfect.
And then
Staying
Erie.
vigilant.
Erie.
Erie's not doing too much. She will spend a small amount of time, not taunting, but somewhat trying to get Lonan interested in the crown. Just like that's why she's just like wearing it and just being like, "Ooh,
Fashion.
I
Cool.
love this
So
crown. This
should we
crown is
like
so great."
should we roll against
Uh,
each other and see if she like entices me to like the crown?
Yeah.
This is more of a. I want to see what Erie. I want one situation of Erie, at least one role play situation of Erie trying to sell this crown to Lonan.
Okay.
I'm picturing like we're all toasty, like we're all like freezing cold in the night, and you have cold resistance because of the crown, so you're just like, I'm toasty.
no, literally, Erie's like, "Oh, this cloak is just so warm. I just is it sunny 80-degree day out? It's like, oh, right, I'm wearing the crown. I forgot.
Yeah.
So it's so lightweight. I can't even feel it on my head."
And I look over and it looks like she's just hovering in the air while she's wearing the crown. She's just like me.
And then I do like a couple like cartwheels and stuff, and I'm like, it doesn't even fall off.
Oh
And
my
then you throw it
God.
on the ground, and it's shatterproof, and it just dings.
Yeah, it's like an infomercial.
Yeah, I love it.
And for the low price of your changing clothing,
For
you
the
can have
low,
this
low
today.
one-time price. Anyway, other than that, she's not doing too much. She's just kind of like minding her own business and trying to like sleep when she can and not take watch because she's tired of doing everything.
That's fair. Erie, I feel as if you have actively avoided watch multiple times already.
Oh yeah,
So I
yeah.
feel as if that will be no issue unless someone specifically
She
does
hates
something to
doing
wake
watch,
you up.
especially at night. She likes her sleep. So
Yes. So we will jump to just one of the casual bonfires that we have on the first night, the casual small fires. Knack, what message would you like to send to your wife?
I mean,
Or are they just like casual, like love you, hope you're doing okay kind of messages?
yeah, I think effectively it would just be like, I'm delayed. You need to hold out, but I will be there as quick as possible if you say so.
Okay.
Like, so basically, I'm just looking.
What are you wearing?
Oh.
P.S. What are you wearing?
She's like, honey, not now. Artemis is in the room.
Nothing but my beard.
Oh. Oh.
Nothing but my beard. Does your wife have a beard?
Yeah, little one.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
very like
nice.
weirdly like
A
very
very feminine
short,
beard.
very
Yeah.
feminine beard. It's always very glossy, and sometimes she wears a nice little bow at the chin. The classic dwarven style. And with that beautiful image of a bearded dwarven woman, we are going to take our break for the evening. Thank you,
Oh.
everybody, for hanging out so far. We're going to take about a 5-10 minute break here, and we will back with some more fun D&D shenanigans after the break. Thank you all for being here so far, and don't forget to
Stick around.
stick around. Oh,
Do.
welcome back
Oops.
to AllFunNDice.
The only one on the screen for some reason. There we go.
Okay. Welcome back, everybody. It is session 40 of AllFunNDice. The last time where we left the Undertons before the break, they were heading through the hunting woods outside of New Dahlia towards the location where they believe Old Dahlia is, where they have some pretty reliable information that Lonen's old mentor, Alatar, is now located. So it is around the end of the second day now. Knack, or towards the, it is starting on the third day now, is what I'm trying to say. And Knack, you can roll me another survival check in order to lead properly out of the forest and down towards the road where you believe Old Dahlia is.
Sure. $23.
23.
Nice.
You effortlessly make it to the peak of the forest and maneuver yourself and the rest of your party down through the slightly wooded hills that make up the this expanse of the Isle of Gardenia. It is toward the late summer, edging onto fall now, and you are able to see like a plethora of beautiful flowers blooming in the fields. The grasses are really starting to have seeds come onto them, getting ready to disperse, and so they can spring up in the spring after the winter. And yeah, you easily manage to make it towards the road. And as you get closer and closer, you smell and feel the sea salt from the Florinis Strait, which is not a freshwater canal; it is a part of the ocean technically. Hit your face.
Well, we're still going the right way.
That's good. All right, we'll continue on towards our destiny.
Knack, you're such a good navigator.
Yeah, I do admit you are far superior at navigation.
It's okay, Pippin. No one can make potions like you.
Oh,
That's true.
thank
You're
you,
right.
Erie. Yeah, thanks, guys. Erie,
Okay.
no one can run as fast and escape trouble like you can.
Thanks.
You are absolutely right there.
I
All right,
tried.
Lonan, it's your turn to compliment somebody.
I really am starting to enjoy the look of that crown. I could do say so myself.
I meant a person.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, this whole thing? You know, I might not want to part with it. I'm so fond of it.
That crown is a really powerful magical item.
You're right, Pippin. It is. It's very powerful. Very
I
magical.
identified it.
I can see its power.
It's
Can you feel the
radiating.
power coming off of me when I wear it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the crown or the fact that we haven't bathed in a long time,
It's just the
but there's
skin
something
color.
coming off of you.
Yeah.
The ocean is right there. You do realize that. I've been dipping my feet in
Yeah.
it every few days.
That's
You
why
just
your
got
feet
back
don't
to the
smell.
ocean.
Yeah, we just got back to the ocean. What have you been dipping your feet in?
That's a good question.
It's just like Fendril licking his toes in his sleep.
Oh,
God.
man.
No.
No, Pippin.
Boo.
Oh no, it's even worse.
Did you say no, Pippin?
I said no, it's been Pippin.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
It's for science, guys. I need it for a potion.
Yeah.
Oh god. So you make it to the path leading to along the beach, and you head further west, and about a little bit past noon. It's probably about 1 or 2 in the afternoon now. You make upon a small collection. You can see as you're cresting a hill. You can see a collection of beat up old buildings, a lot of which used to have wood, some of which still have pieces of it attached, but most of it is rotted away in the 3 centuries. since its construction. And you can see this, it's a very small settlement scattered around. You can see the old foundations of where the roads used to lead properly. And you can very easily make out that there is one building that looks like it is of much newer construction, a more modern style, that has a buggy parked beside it, that has a fairly intricate canvas topping on it, covered in different constellations, as well as smoke pouring out of the chimney of the building.
Well, we made it. Over the course of our trip, could I have completed my Plague Bane mask?
We can say that in during your rest, it only takes Knack about an hour to make the objects that you needed.
Yeah.
As long as we can say that he made it yesterday for you, and as you finished your long rest today, you were able to complete
Use my infusion.
complete your infusion on the object.
All right. And I will have incorporated my goggles into the design, but now I have a plague doctor mask, and I'm gonna wear that with a hood whilst we walk into this town.
So
No one
it's
can tell it's me.
just 4 people and a plague doctor.
Yeah.
Casual.
So
casual.
eerie.
Not
Yeah.
at all auspicious.
All right,
Are you-
Lonan, I think it's up to you to go up to that house now.
So I'm like obviously like really really nervous, and I'm gonna go up to the house, and I'm gonna knock on the door, kind of like a silent knock.
What?
Well, just like a like not like a aggressive like. Just
Okay.
like-
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So after a while, to you, Lona, it feels like ages, just an absolute um, crazy amount of time passes, and eventually, the door opens to a small boy with a really tiny, almost like friar's bowl cut right at the top of his head. He looks to be about 10 or 11, but he looks quite short for his age, and quite slender. And he'll look up at you. Hello?
Alatar? No, I'm just kidding. Hello. Is Alatar here?
I'm Alatar.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's my name.
Perhaps somebody.
I'm Reggie Alatar.
Reggie Alatar?
Yeah. Are
No,
you looking for me?
I'm looking for somebody older named Alatar.
Well, my mom's named Alatar. Tiffany Alatar? Is that who you're looking for?
No, I don't believe so. Perhaps your
Oh.
father then?
Oh, yeah, my dad, Lionel Alatar.
Lionel.
Is that
Perhaps.
who you're looking for?
Perhaps so. Is Lionel home?
I can see if he's busy. Who's asking?
Tell him an old friend from long ago.
Well, he might not come down for that,
Um,
but I'll go tell him. So, and he'll close the door. Not like slam it, he'll just close it.
As soon as he closes, I'm going to whisper to the group.
Are you all standing around him?
I'd say
I guess we were
behind him.
standing behind him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on, but apparently Alatar is the last
What
name.
do you mean? You didn't know that? I knew that.
You didn't know his first name?
I always called him Alatar.
Lonan, I swear, before we met you, your brain was like pudding. You don't remember anything.
I don't think so.
So after a few moments, you will hear the door slowly creak open again, and you were greeted by a fairly slender fellow of an above average height, with shoulder length graying blonde hair. It's almost turning white with age at this point. That has slight, not quite elfin ears pointing up, but elongated, definitely between a human and an elf ear, poking up
I can relate.
Poking out from the hair. He appears to be wearing just like a very simple like white tunic. It's simple, but it's like well made. And just a pair of like leather jerkins below. And he'll open the door and he'll look around at all of you before looking and like resting his gaze on Lonan. And he'll smile. And Lonan, you recognize this as none other than your mentor Alatar.
Alatar?
Ah, Mr. Lonan. I didn't think I'd see you again, not after the rumors that have been going around.
Yes.
It's good to see you. And he'll open his arms for a hug.
And I'll reach in and like nervously hug.
It's just dangerous for you to be here, boy. What are you doing?
You see, I've been kind of in and out of, I guess you could say, trying to stay as stealthy as possible around anybody in town, and we've kind of traveled so far in different planes of existence, and
different planes, but
it's a long story.
You all need to come in. I'm imagining these are your friends.
They are, yes.
Yes, well, all of you come in. Just come sit down. It's not good to be out. Not today. Come inside.
All right.
Hold on a second.
We've heard so much about you. Nice to meet you.
I put my arm in front of the door before they get in. Alatar, just to make sure I can trust you, right?
Well, Lonan, you're dead. Not really any need to trust me, but
I just want to make sure.
Inside. You need to ask?
No, I guess not. And
You need to ask if you can trust me. This would be a very big long con if I was gonna turn you in now.
Well, Lonan doesn't remember much.
No.
So.
Well, planar travel can really scramble the mind. Come sit down. I can get you some ale.
Wait, planar travel? How
Ale?
Lonan told
just
them.
I just mentioned it.
He's like,
Yep. Yuri's brains are scrambled too.
We all love brain scramblies.
Come inside. We can have some drinks around the table.
Hello, lovely to meet you. I've heard so much.
Yes, introductions are in order, but first, sit. And to lead you in, it's a 2-story building. The whole first floor is one open room, and it appears to just be a large, like a kitchen is all along one wall with a large table in the center. That definitely you can see like it has way more chairs than are necessary for the apparent 3-person household that lives here. There appears to be just like a nice rug and a hearth with a couple chairs surrounding it. And he beckons you to go sit down at the large table. Anything to drink for any of you, please? It is my honor.
I will take off my mask. Just water, please.
Water all around, or?
water sounds great.
That would be very nice, thank you.
As long as it's not that salty water from the sea.
Yeah, we've been drinking seawater for the past 2 days.
That's why our brains are scrambled.
The salt water.
I'll take 10 ales, please.
Sorry.
No, don't give him 10 ales.
No, do not.
This is 10 ales. You can have a glass.
No, don't give him water too.
I'll take 10 glasses of ale, please.
No, Knack.
Sir, I don't know. This is not a tavern. This is my home.
Knack, you're regressing. Knack's wife's in danger, so he likes to drink.
He's trying to cope.
We'll do some water for now, then.
Yeah. Thank you for letting us into your home. I am Pippin Gilligan Faust, famous alchemist and adventurer.
Gilligan Faust, you say?
Have you heard of my father?
No, it doesn't ring a bell, but I'm not too much in touch with my mother's side of the family.
Oh, you're a half-elf too.
I am, yes.
I think I'm a half-elf. I think I'm half-elf, half-dwarf.
No matter. Pippin Faust. And you, strange white creature?
Me?
You've some interesting eyes.
Oh,
what is your parentage?
I don't really know exactly, to be honest. But My name's Erie.
Well,
And
hello, Erie.
yeah, I don't know how to answer that question.
Well, maybe we can sit down and we can talk. And maybe
Yeah,
find some
maybe.
answers.
Maybe.
And
But-
well, the rest of you. Of course, I know Lonan already. Who is this? Your wife is in danger, sir. What's your name?
My name is Knack.
Nice to meet you, Knack. A good dwarven name.
And I am Gray Proudmore. Pleasure.
Proudmore.
Yes.
It's nice to meet all of you. And
Nice to meet you too, Aladar. Lonan has told us all about you.
well, I'm sure it wasn't much that we were together, but it was an interesting time in my life. It's nicer to be retired as the groundskeeper of this ancient site.
Ah, the
Is that what you're
groundskeeper.
doing here?
I have managed to push some favors through, and I was able to get this home with the slight responsibility of keeping an eye on this beloved National Historic Site.
Lonan never mentioned you had a family.
Oh, well, London had never met my family.
Oh,
I apologize, but I helped you escape some pretty dire situations.
You did. I did not expect.
You should not be on the island, especially now.
Trust me, we were going to leave as soon as we could. We've been trying to kind of just find out if we could figure out where you were. You see, we went back looking at where you used to stay inside the woods, and
Stay inside the wood. You mean where you found me?
yes, but it's the cabin
I was just collecting herbs in the forest.
Well, believe it or
was
not,
pure luck.
we still found we found my old shirt in there. But long story short, yeah, we went back to the town, and the city's under some sort of, I don't even know. It looks like all the refugees are escaping the Lugeist.
Are you telling me? Okay, you do know of the Lugeist.
Yes. Oh, yeah. We know
Damned
plenty of it.
Dreadful stuff.
You don't know.
Terrible.
You don't know any sort of cure for it. We've been kind of searching, and
if I knew a cure, I'd be leading the charges right now instead of letting.
where
the
did you
country-
study wizardry?
Sorry, I was in the middle of speaking, Gilligan Faust.
sorry about my
Are you
friend here.
perhaps
Oh,
are
Pippin?
you perhaps a scholar of the Ochre Academy?
You mean Lona didn't speak of this with you?
No.
Of course,
Lonan's memories are very clouded.
Of course you can. Of course, I've been with the Ochre Academy. I'm from Kadareth, after all. It's where all the great wizards trained. But I didn't quite make it all the way through my training, but I learned enough to make my way.
Sorry, Lonan, I interrupted you.
No, that's okay. I just wanted to make sure that, we're under Alatar's roof here. I want to make sure we're as polite as possible.
Yeah, my
Appreciate
apologies.
that, Lonan. So
I'm gonna nudge Lonan. Lonan, now's your chance.
Alatar,
yes, Lonan.
and I'm gonna kind of like sit up straight in my chair and kind of like edge myself towards the table and like kind of put my just sit there and stare at at the group so everyone can kind of this is like the moment that I'm gonna kind of ask him, Alatar. You see, I've been searching for what happened that night and trying to find out exactly if anybody could clear my name. You're the only one that I came to that night. Did anything seem peculiar? Did I seem any different than I am now? Did I seem like I could have done it? You see, my group here, they casted a spell. I'm unfamiliar with the spell, but during the spell that they casted on me, I could only tell the truth, right? And upon doing so,
Do you have a cleric amongst you?
we do.
The Zone of Truth.
It is,
heard of
yes.
this magics before.
Upon this Zone of Truth, they managed to extract quite a bit of information about that night. However, getting close to the time where things kind of, I guess, where the importance come in. I seem to have forgotten most of it. Is there any reason behind this? Why would this happen? Could I have blocked it out of my memory? Why would I not? Why would I remember everything up into that? I even remembered and agreed. The question they asked me if I remembered, Knack, you asked me, did I kill the king? And I said yes. And when asked no?
Yeah,
You couldn't say no.
I couldn't say no. I'm sorry. I attempted to say no, but I was forced into saying yes, which was true. But then asked how, it became quite blurry and unfamiliar at that point.
Can I insight check Aladar whilst he's hearing this and see what reaction he's making?
Sure. Roll an insight check.
Because I don't trust this guy.
Yeah, and actually, I had intended to, when this questioning started, to drop a zone of truth.
Oh! Wait, you're gonna
subtly?
cast Zone of Truth?
Knack?
Everybody becomes aware of it. I don't think he can do it
Yeah,
subtly.
it's not subtly.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. What does it look
So
like?
Are you doing it still as Lonan speaking?
Yep.
Okay, so explain to me what you're
Lonan's
doing.
like, we used a Zone of Truth spell. Zone of Truth! I rolled a 3 for my insight.
That sounds pretty good. Yeah. As soon as Lonan says that, I will. It's verbal and somatic, so I'll mumble the incantation under my breath, and I'll kind of like the table that we're setting at. I'll kind of like scratch a circle into it with like a rune in the center.
Okay, and then around the table will erupt, and with a small like ring of holy light.
Oh, I was just
He
about
has
to do
make
that.
a saving throw.
Are we
Gray,
all
welcome back.
inside the circle?
Yes, we're all.
What'd you
inside the
say,
circle.
Erie?
Sorry, I said, are
Yes.
we all inside the circle?
Yeah, so if anybody wants to make a charisma saving throw for me to see if they can lie or not.
Can
I
I
think he
choose to
can
fail?
decide who it affects.
Can I choose not to lie? Like, does that
No,
matter?
and that creature that enters the spell's area is everyone.
So you have to do it regardless?
Yeah, if you want to
Make it-
fail, you can say you failed, and then you're affected by the spell.
I fail.
I will choose to make sure that I tell the truth.
Okay,
Yes, you choose to fail.
I believe Pippin fails too.
What's your spell save DC?
17.
Oh, so I would have failed anyways.
Oh
Yeah.
wait,
Dermot.
you guys all get a +3.
Yeah, so Pippin and Eerie actually pass.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything to lie about, but I just felt like rolling.
Gray with a nat 1.
Gray fails.
I decided to
All right.
fail, but I just wanted to see. But yeah, I failed.
Not one. So we got 2 19s for Pippin and Eerie, a 16 for Lonan, who failed anyways, and a 10 for Gray, but it was a nat 1, so it was a fail. So as Lonan finishes speaking and the ring of light erupts, Alatar will look at all of you. Not quite polite to cast magic in a wizard's house without asking permission first. But I'll forgive it this one snack, because I do trust and care about Lonan Bluebane here.
Did he pass, by the way?
He didn't roll. He decided to fail.
Oh, okay.
And yeah. And so you know the spell is affecting him. Your magics know it is affecting him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Lonan,
that, by the way, Alatar.
There's much I still do not know about that night. I wasn't in the castle when it had occurred. I've been doing a lot of introspection, though, in the past year and a half since we parted ways, and I returned here. And I think I have some insights for you. That night, when you appeared to me in the cabin, there was something about you, a look in you that, having spoken to you later, it's very clear you were not yourself. Most distinctly, there was something about your eyes. They had that intense blue, but there was something else, almost a pinprick of malice deep inside of it, like a burning red. But I don't know if that's just an old man's memory or if that's actually what was happening. But it didn't seem like you didn't seem like yourself. I don't have the resources to fully investigate this like I had wished, but with a fairly heavy heart, I think there's only really one option for you at this point, Lonan, to find these answers. And you have to speak to a greater wizard than I.
And who would that be, or would I have to find them, or?
So, Pippin here, Mr.
Ochre
Faust,
Academy.
mentioned the Ochre Academy, and I had studied there as a youth, but their teaching styles weren't quite my thing, you know? So I left and I trained myself, and I think I've become quite accomplished, but you can only research so much with a limited library. Um, at the Ochre Academy, there is a great wizard by the name of Jansen. If you are able to go speak with him, I believe he will have some answers for you, at least regarding what could have possibly been happening.
Jansen.
Jansen. We attempted to reach the Ochre Academy in Von Drassel, but we were turned away.
Well, how were you trying to enter the Ochre Academy? Were you registering?
I don't remember exactly. I was trying to have access to their archives.
Oh, well, you will have to register to do that.
Pippin
But
was also
would
rather.
if you ask specifically for Jansen, Von Drassel is, unless you are willing to boat around the country, Von Drassel is not really an option to go to right now. So your best bet, if you would like to go a route where you would have a magical guide, your best route is to go to Astillo itself.
But the Ochre Academy is in Von Drassel.
There is an Ochre Academy in Von Drassel. The Ochre Academy is not in Von Drassel. It's not in Astillo either, even though there's one there as well.
I'm confused.
So don't go to the one in Von Drossel because it's not wise, but go to the one at Astillo.
You cannot get to Von Drassel is surrounded by the Lugeist currently. You'll have to boat there, and I'm imagining not many people are going in. But
how many Ochre Academies are there?
There's only one, but there are. Back during the founding of this country, of the country of Kadareth, there was refugees from the war of the river in the River Princedoms that had fled the countries to found their own new land. They had heard tales of a central continent that is untouched, and they had come to carve out their own piece of the world. And there were two groups that had come. There was a group of merchants, now known as the Bonds families, that have taken over the majority of the country. But there was also a group of wizards that were not happy with the tyranny taking place in the cathedrals. And they did not get along well with the Bonds. There have been some deep crevices and grudges held between those families and those groups. So the Ochre Academy was founded, not with the country of Kadareth, but within the Dogan Woods, where the shifter tribes were pushed back to, and where Kadareth was never quite able to spread to. So deep within the Dogan Woods, there is a site called the Mother Tree, and beneath her brows is where the Ochre Academy can be found.
So, what is with the Ochre Academies in all the cities? Are those also Ochre Academies?
Those are recruitment centers. They're small buildings dedicated to. Von Drassel is dedicated to wizardry, and Astillo is a bardic college. And they take about a year. Students train there before transferring to the actual Ochre Academy campus.
In the Dogan
Proper
Woods.
training
Oh.
in the Dogan Woods.
Oh.
So you have two options at this point.
Astillo or
like
Dogan Woods?
There. You would have to go to Astillo and talk to the bards there and get someone to guide you there or transport you. They do have teleportation circles within the college. Or if you are not willing to go into the city, it is I've heard is quite ghastly, overrun with refugees, much like New Dahlia is. But you could try to navigate to the woods yourselves. I wouldn't recommend it. The shifters are not kind to most of your types, specifically Proudmoors here. They're not fond of humans.
Interesting.
What do the Ochre Academy chapters that they have in the cities? Do they have access to teleportation circles?
They have access to a select few within the across the continent, but the Ogre Academy is more separate from a lot. You have to remember, I do not study fully, so I do not know the depths of their teleportation circle network. I know they have a select few, at least one in Von Dressel, Astillo, and one that connects to the Dogan Woods themselves.
So if we reach Jansen, he may be able to help us with Lonan and what was controlling Lonan the night that he killed the Merchant King?
If there was something controlling him, yes.
I see. Do you think the mages of the Ochre Academy would be able to help us with the current Lugeist situation?
I believe they already are attempting to work on it. You see,
That
do
makes
you have a
sense.
map? If not, I can go grab one. I can
No,
explain
no,
what is
use
happening.
mine. Just everyone watch their drinks. I don't want any stains on it.
You just knock over all the water glasses on the table.
And I'll take out my map.
This is fairly old, but it'll still work. The landmarks work. You just have to ignore the Lugeist size. So, as you can see, you can switch over to the
Map.
map. Okay, awesome. So you can see down near Henlock, to the east, to the west. The Lugeist used to be. This is actually quite larger than it was before, but back in my day, it was quite small, but it has been expanding over the decades. This past year has been quite a dramatic growth, and he will lift his finger, and as he touches the map, a bright like lavender glow, like that mists out, will be drawn on the map with his finger. He's
Cool.
using some sort of magic to do this. You can see. You can see. Boop boop boop.
I'm waiting to see.
This line is what the Lugeist was but a month ago. It had completely surrounded Von Drassel and Mandragora and swallowed the
Oh
rest
my
of the
goodness.
continent.
That's so
With,
much bigger than I thought.
within the
Oh,
past,
jeez, all those people.
yes, some of them managed to escape, but I know, as you can see, the refugees heading north, but there's uncounted, like, thousands missing. We
What
do
has
not
the
know.
Bonds family been doing?
Bond's families have retreated north. In the Von Drassel, the Drusili, and the Dragora families have abandoned their cities, and most of them reside either within Lunvort or in New Dahlia itself.
Has the Apposition attempted to combat this magical swamp in any way?
They have the Apposition as well as the Ochre Academy. They have sent representatives after this past month when the Lugeist swallowed up Hinlock. I believe there have been some clerical communications to the city itself, being able to identify that the city is still standing, but it has been under siege for a long time. And it appears that the Patil path that leads from Hinlock towards Astillo here is some sort of bottleneck. Something about the Dogan Woods does not allow the Lugeist to spread through it. It's almost like a barrier, much like the walls of the cities themselves. So I don't know exactly where it is now. I'm fairly isolated here. except for some exceptions, which we must speak on soon. The last update I had, it was about a third of the way up the path. The progress has been slowed. Apposition sorcerers and wizards from the Ochre Academy have teamed up and have a magical barricade that is being pushed daily closer and closer to
I
northern
see,
Kadera.
but the mists can't pass through the Doganwood.
It appears, to my knowledge, they cannot.
Has there
Good
been
to
any
know.
records of anything like this that happened in the past?
Kadera is not an old country, and myself, I have not
Maybe the
spoken much.
shifters know.
That is a question that can be asked, and it is something that the Ochre Academy probably has knowledge of before. But
Do you
if I
think
had to guess, the shifters probably see this as some sort of the
so?
land reclaiming itself to give it back to them.
Alatar, we were traveling through the town, and it seems as if people believe that I'm dead. However,
Ah,
my friends are wanted.
I
I'm
had heard that
curious.
rumor.
I'm curious. Do you think that it's wise for me to travel around still, or do you believe that once they see me alive, that they'll recognize me?
Lonan boy, I cannot answer that question for you. I do not. I'm not close enough with the guards
Hmm.
to have them tell me this
Is
on their visits.
right. You being somewhat of a powerful wizard, is there anything that you can do for me that would aid me in my travels? You see, I have a cloak that can transform what I'm wearing, but I don't have anything except for a potion that Pippin makes every now and then that transforms what I look like every now, for about a
I
periodic
could dye your hair, Lona.
an hour or so. Dye my hair. I don't know if that's going to really do
Please,
too much.
I have Lonan. My merchants and tile days are finished. I haven't traveled in a year.
Yeah.
I sold my wares. I have very little that I disguise you. Is that what you're looking for?
Something along those
Yeah,
lines.
does your wife have like an old dress?
I mean, she's quite thinner than Lonan. I don't think they would fit. She is a skinny legend, they would say.
Yeah, and
Oh my
Lonan's got
God.
these big biceps.
Yeah, his pectoral muscles, absolutely astounding.
Yeah, the apposition will recognize him at first
Yeah.
glance. As soon as they see those muscles. All right. Well,
You can
you
feel
don't
free to
know
rest. Oh,
if you could guess who would mind control Lonan on the island to murder the king. What would you say?
the Bonds families have been riddled with controversy their entire existence. They call themselves families, but they feud endlessly. You see,
Because the new merchant king is of a different family, right?
as is tradition, the Merchant King title passes between the families.
So do you think there's a possibility that this new merchant king might have framed or manipulated Lonan into killing the old merchant king so that he could take
I
her place?
I
Hmm.
doubt it was the Hin family, if I'm going to be honest. Luther is a fine young man and will grow to be a wonderful king. But typically, you must understand, merchant kings don't die. They step down at 65. Typically, we are able to track the lineages of the proper Hin successor. And they are yet to be born. Um, so I doubt that
Okay.
it was Hin. They were not prepared for this.
Was there
Luther,
anybody? Was there anybody that has a revenge or a vendetta against the king at the time that you remember?
probably many, but
I-
I was
right.
never.
Elia.
You have to remember, I was not close to the Jagora family. I'm simply a traveling wizard
Perhaps on your
who they
travel.
hired.
Perhaps on your travels, did you hear of any? I mean, I guess if you did, you would tell us. But
Alone in the only tales I heard is that you were the one who murdered her.
right,
Did you
Have you
happen to
heard
have?
it?
She did.
The Sea of Stars has a wonderful song about it.
I've
Yeah.
heard it.
Heard.
Did you
They're
have
quite talented. Now, excellent show.
Did you happen to
Greg,
have
go
any
ahead.
prior knowledge of families or individuals that specialized in manipulation, control,
Yeah, to me this
or
sounds like enchantment magic.
How come,
yes,
Alatar?
It is again.
being a
Why?
traveling wizard, you might hear this.
Why was it? Why am I able to remember everything, but but only after the point where it's going on? I guess what I'm saying is like, was there any times
Lauren,
before that?
I'm not an enchanter. I'm
I'm
technically
guessing,
I'm a
Lonan, you
hedge
were
wizard.
probably
The only thing I can think of is if those actions weren't your own.
Right, but
well.
what I'm
They
saying
they
was it me drinking something that I shouldn't have? Was it me being possessed from somebody around the area?
Lonan,
Like,
Lonan, Jansen may have these answers for you. He is an expert in memory.
I'm sorry, Alatar, for
I
bombarding you with all the questions.
I think my theory is that you were either mind controlled by enchantment magic or possessed. The way that he described that red light in your blue eyes.
Right.
That's my
Yeah.
theory.
Now, in your okay, I understand you don't know it, Alatar, but in your expertise, if Pippin is correct, would that mean that somebody would have had to been in the vicinity around me for that to for them to hold that spell on me?
Probably.
Right.
Well, I mean,
Unless it
I
was a
wouldn't
really
say,
powerful mage.
yeah, maybe not right next to you because I've seen you guys cast spells from 30 feet away.
Hmm.
Yeah. Maybe even 60 feet
But the
or
thing is
more.
that we were
They
in
were
an
within,
we were
they
in
were within the city. They were within New Dahlia itself.
oh,
Yeah,
so they don't have to be in
whoever
the
was controlling you they were on the island for sure. Probably close, I would say, but we don't know.
okay.
We have to figure it out.
Again,
But
it
like,
is-
yeah, we know Jansen. We heard.
Yes. Which so you
I'm
see,
sorry. Would you like my help, Pippin?
Yes.
perhaps
Um.
Pippin, we should let Altar. You've done everything you can. I appreciate it. I'm sorry to bombard you with all these questions and
No, it is fine. I just do not like the implication that I am holding back.
no, I don't. We don't believe you
Mr.
are
Frost.
at all.
Can you say it clearly? Sorry, the spell is still
I am
active.
giving you information that I have, as much
You're
as I
not holding
can.
back.
Pippin,
Please
Gilligan
answer.
Frost. I
He
have
isn't
already
answering, Lona.
answered that.
Say, I'm not holding back information.
I am not holding back information, and you
Thank
can leave my
Thank
home
you. I
now.
apologize.
If
I
you speak
apologize.
out against me
Lovely.
again, you can leave.
Sorry, we just, it's hard to trust people. Hard times. Thank
Pippin?
you.
How do we know we can trust you?
Yeah, Pippin. It is hard to trust people.
Yeah, I agree.
Wouldn't you say so, Yuri?
They wouldn't know, would they?
I do.
How?
It's part of the spell that I know if you
He knows if you
Yeah.
fail or pass.
Yeah.
fail or pass. So I knew that you tried to
Oh.
pass.
I don't know. What do you think I have to hide?
Well,
Ooh,
you tried to fight
I
off
don't,
your
I don't
magic.
have anything to hide.
Yes,
Oh
you
no,
do, Pippin.
you don't know that they tried to hide. You know that you just know that they failed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I know that they can fail willingly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I can assume that
Pippin passed.
I can assume that they at least didn't fail willingly, which I guess I can draw an assumption from that.
Yeah, but you don't know that the rest did fail willingly.
That is true.
Yeah, you just know pass fail.
That's a
You
good
don't know if they chose to or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
But me,
Still sus.
I overcame it.
Well,
Anyway, Alatar. Is that all? Do we have anything else to ask him, guys?
I think that's all. Alatar, thank you so much for your hospitality. I'm gonna. I
Do you
think.
have a boat?
A boat.
Ignore Pippin. We've been
We need a
along.
boat to get to the
That's a good
mainland.
Or
Pippin,
do you have access to teleportation?
He's already
No,
asked that.
he's a hedge wizard. He doesn't have access to much.
Pippin Foss,
Oh my
I
god.
will have you not interrupt your fellows, please.
Yeah, Pippin, you've been really bad with that today.
I don't understand.
Yeah,
Clearly.
Pippin, you seem tense. Do you want to talk about it?
No, I'm fine.
He's, and I'm gonna kind of just put my hand on Pippin's shoulder. You see, Alatar, he's just a little bit angry about not getting into the Ochre Academy. We traveled all the way over there for him to get rejected, and I think that is what is causing him a little bit of grief right now. To finally understand that now we have to travel back there, and he's just quite confused at this moment. But however, though, Alatar, thank you so much for what you've done. And I'm going to stand up off the table and thank you so much for hospitality.
Are you leaving so soon?
I think it's best for us to go. You see, Nax's family is taken over by the Lugeist, or potentially something, and we, as much as I'd love to stay, I think we need to get out of here as fast as possible.
But you said you have no way off the island. It is a 2 or 3 day journey across the strait, depending on where you cross.
So do you have some mode of transportation for us then?
I can whip out the old, and he'll crack his knuckles, the old wand, and as he like flicks his hand out, he'll have a wand in his hand.
Oh.
And see what I can conjure up. But it might take
See,
a
I
short
told you.
while. Oh,
It might take. Sorry, how long?
it might take into the morning, which is
Hmm.
quite a bit later than I would like. I must be honest
Can we
with you.
stay here?
You can, but you will have to leave early. The apposition is due to check in tomorrow.
That's okay.
Alright.
Is there anything we can do to help around? Maybe while you're busy.
I can speak to Tiffany, and she might have some jobs for you to do.
Do you
Some
want me to clean
cleaning.
your test tubes or anything? Do you have a potion area?
I do not typically. I was not much of a snake oil salesman myself. I was more of the magical concoctions and little spell scrolls.
Roasted.
But possibly tending to the animals, even just some ground maintenance. My old back doesn't quite like it these days.
I can help out there.
It would be much
You're gonna
appreciated.
fix his back?
Nope, the field. I'll help around.
But you can also just relax. It is a joy to have you back here, Lonan, despite the bad situation. I'm glad to see you at least slightly well. I
You
was
as well.
worried when I had heard you were killed in Von Drassel.
Yeah, it's nice to have somebody to speak to that doesn't automatically assume that I'm guilty. But
Well, if you can change the color of your eyes, Lonan, I think it would be quite useful. In all honesty, people wouldn't look twice at a shifter. It's the fluorescent blue that's really drawing the attention.
right. Well, let's help you out with what you need then, and then get out of your hair as soon as we can in the morning.
Okay, so you guys can have downtime for the rest of the day in the evening. So if anyone wants to be, you can either help, you can do your own thing, you can help a little bit. But we'll just go around. We'll start with Gray, and what everybody just wants to do for the rest of the downtime today.
I will attempt to help around the fields. I will also try and cast a lay on hands on the man's back. Maybe that'll help him. Maybe it might spruce him up a bit. And then I'll pray for 2 hours.
Specifically 2 hours, not a moment more.
I mean, there might be a nap in between, but
you...
2 hours.
Okay, so you will help. The lay on hands invigorates him, and he feels better for the day. But
And then
by
he
the
feels
end...
really bad as it.
No, not really bad.
Lonely.
He a little bit of depression at the end.
Yeah,
Because of the
okay,
magic,
good,
you know. But physically, he feels better. It just kind of tapers off to normal again by the end of the
Perfect.
day.
All right.
But while you're praying, Gray, can you roll a wisdom saving throw for me?
I rolled a 16.
A 16. Okay. Ooh, Gray, you feel a tapping at the base of your skull. And then it's a scratch.
Like an idea's coming?
Kind of like an idea is coming. But
I'll
then
look around.
you hear a voice. Hey,
What the hell?
Gray.
I'll
And then
get
the scratching will fade and disappear.
What the heck was that?
Looks like she's watching me closely today. I'll go back to praying for a bit.
Okay. Nap, what would you like to be doing for today?
I might go and see if there is any kind of farm equipment or anything nearby.
Okay, so he's not actually. He has like a small like chicken coop, but when he said the grounds, he meant like the weeding, the like keeping like the historical site intact.
Okay, well then I will just see if there's something that I can maybe repair and
Okay.
repair it.
So he will lead you just around the house, showing you like some loose like hinges on the doors, and like the rope is getting really old, and they can't turn the crank anymore. Just like small like mundane things like that.
Yeah, okay, I'll do some of that, and then I will spend some time praying as well.
Okay. You can also roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oof. $13.
13. So while you're praying, nothing interesting happens for you, Knack. Just a pray session. You don't really get this is very typical for you. Very distant. Very out there. Like you don't feel a very big connection despite these abilities that have been growing within you. You don't really feel like a personal connection to your goddess. Yeah. Eerie, what would you like to do?
I would like to tend to some of if there are any of the smaller animals on this homestead.
There are chickens.
Yes, so chickens. I would like to feed the chickens and maybe like pick one of the chickens up and carry it around with me and pet it.
Okay, and roll an animal handling check for me to see how easy it is to wrangle this chicken.
Eerie about to get pecked.
Yeah.
Animal handling. Okay, I rolled an 18.
Oh, you easily grab this chicken. This chicken is like, and like it's just like a classic white chicken with a beautiful red gobble at the bottom. And if anything, you grab it and it doesn't fight and it just kind of like sits
Nice.
quiet
I
in
made
your
a chicken
arms.
friend, and yeah, I just like
Keep it.
clean up their coops a little bit and hang out with them. Maybe I ask if I can have a couple eggs.
Very freely. Reggie will be out there from time to time, like picking weeds around the fence and be like, "Oh, take some. We never eat all of them anyways."
And I'll say thank you so much, and I'll put some of the eggs in. I'll wrap them in like some. I was trying to think of what I would have in my knapsack to wrap these in so they don't break.
You have your old clothes.
Yeah, I would wrap them kind of like just in the center of those in a little ball and put them in my knapsack, and
Okay.
then just anything they need me that's like little chores like that, like maybe some sweeping or anything, and then I just help make some food for dinner.
Okay. So you're gonna assist Tiffany in the kitchen. She will thank you, and you'll get an extra egg with your dinner.
Perfect.
Pippin, anything you would like to do?
Pippin is going to approach Gray. Say, "Hey, Gray.
Hey, Pippin.
Do you think I'm abrasive?"
I feel that you can be strong at times. Yeah, I'd
I
say
feel
that.
like I'm just sometimes like I don't understand. Like we meet people and I'm just honest. Like I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being honest, and people always get a bad impression of me. I don't understand.
I feel like you can be honest at times, but just be careful that you're not insulting at the same time.
Well, the thing is like, how do you know what's gonna insult every person? Like, I don't know how sensitive every person is.
It's kind of like something you have to learn as you go. I mean, you're still rather young, right?
I guess.
I
I don't
mean,
know. I've just never been good with talking with people. I've been way better with like potions and formulas.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know too much about potions and formulas, but I'd say like try to treat a conversation like you would making a potion. You have to take
Okay,
the
like
right steps to make it perfect, and
yeah,
you
like
just
don't
gotta
add
feel
too
it out.
much. Yeah, not too much reagent. Keep
Yeah,
catalyst.
yeah, you insult
Yeah,
them
yeah,
too
yeah.
much, you hurt their feelings, they treat you negatively, you also screw up the
Yeah.
potion, right?
It's like when I add too much salt to
Yeah.
iodine.
I
Okay.
mean, it's okay to throw in a quick joke to see how they react, but if they don't take too kindly to it, you just step back a bit and you just kind of,
Yeah.
remake that potion or kind of readjust.
Yeah. I just like when we meet people and we're talking to them and they're doing the whole like back and forth and all the pleasantries. I just want to get right to the point. Like I want to know what you know so we can keep going, you know?
And sometimes that is the in certain situations that's the proper kind of like way to go about it. Like
Yeah.
the
How do you
long
know?
drawn out kind of things are
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
pointless sometimes.
Okay.
But I mean, to somebody rather important where we're looking for information from them, I think either we should try to let them set the pace or, because you don't want to scare them off, right?
Okay. Okay.
Can't just go right in
Thank
their
you.
face and say, "Hey, I need your stuff," but
Yeah. I guess
think on
not.
that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Can you be my guinea pig for an experiment I want to do?
Excuse me?
I want to try out this mask.
What do you want me to do?
Or think about it like a training session, like a sparring match.
What do you want me to do exactly, though?
I want you to stand over there in the street, and I'm gonna blast you with a cloud of acid.
What's the worst that could happen?
It'll be. I'm hoping it'll do a lot of damage, but we'll see.
Damage to me?
Yeah, but
Do
I
you have
got a
like a
healing
gas
potion right
cloud
here.
or something? Maybe I can say if it
Yeah,
stinks
yeah.
or
It's
not.
like a noxious vapor.
That's gonna eat my skin?
Yeah, I'm gonna breathe it out of the mask. I filled a bunch of chemicals in the beak. Here, just stand over there. I'll show you. Don't worry, I got a healing potion on the ready.
I got my hand ready on my chest just to lay on hands me just in case.
Yeah.
All right,
Sure,
and
Pippin, I'll help you.
I'm gonna stand in position, and then I'm gonna open the beak of my plague bane mask, and I'm gonna
What does it
breathe
look
out.
like to Gray on the inside of the Plague Bay mask?
So inside the plague bane mask, you can see it looks like I've set up like a bunch of vials with tubes that are like connecting to a central like cone, like a little trumpet, and it like mixes the chemicals together and then like shoots the reaction out of the beak as it opens. And you, as this happens, as this like purple cloud fires towards you in a cone, you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Gray was not the best choice. He gets a way better saving throw.
That is a 19.
Oh, all right. Well, I think you take half damage.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
melting. Oh no, I'm falling to the ground. I'm melting. Oh my god, it does so much damage.
Roll a performance check for me.
You take 4 poison damage.
You think
15.
Gray, Pippin, what is your are you proficient in insight?
No.
What's your wisdom sums modifier?
My wisdom modifier is 1.
You think Gray is like really hurt.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm gonna run over and then pour the health potion on him. I'm so sorry. You
Oh.
okay?
I think
Did it
that
do a lot
health
of
potion really
damage?
helped. It was
Yeah,
it was really something. That was
yeah.
pretty strong. Yeah, that was good.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna make notes on a successful test.
I think
Thank
you
you,
could be
Gray.
more effective, but I think I may have been a little lucky this time.
All right, I will play around with some of the modules that I have in here and the capsules, and we can try again tomorrow.
Exactly.
All
Well,
right.
maybe pick
Thank
somebody
you
else
for.
tomorrow.
No, I need to run
I gotta go
consistent
plow the
tests.
fields.
Okay, that's fine. I'll ask Eerie next time.
Okay, Lonan, what would you like to do?
I am going to show Alatar Fendril.
Lonan, what did you want to show me? You told me that you had a surprise.
Yes. And I'm gonna like open up my cloak, and in there is Fendril sleeping.
Is that what I think it is, Lonan? A wyvern?
Do you want to hear a story?
I would love to hear a story. You know I'm a sucker for a good story.
I will try to keep it quite short because I understand, time is of the essence. So
We have all night.
well, like that is true. We go to the Oakwood Academy. Pippin is quite upset at the time. Doesn't get
He can be
in.
quite stoogey
He can.
at times.
He can. They reject him, but you can see that Pippin has put all of his life's work into this, right? So during this moment of him being rejected, I decided to, at the time, put my emotions first, and I got quite angry, you see. Thus, kind of raising suspicion a little bit more, and they found my kind of presence in the area, and that's when they decided to take on all the guards around the area and decided to chase us. So we ended up inside this prison at the time, and our only way out was by taking Pippin's bag of holding and put it into another bag of holding, creating a vortex or wormhole of some sort.
It really was last-ditch effort.
It was. So
oldest trick in the book, 2 bags of holding together.
Yep. And we ended up in a plane of air, which was quite different from this, meeting quite a few interesting species and folks along the way, and they managed to help us get back here. And during those travels, we came across a bunch of wyverns, and that's when I came across the egg and decided to hatch it myself.
How lucky. It seems quite small. Is it young?
You see, I don't know if it was traveling back that caused it to take a smaller form, but I remember somebody mentioning that to me, that all this traveling between dimensions is not so good for these types of...
No, planar dimension is not typically part of a organism's lifespan.
Right.
So their bodies aren't really designed for it. I wouldn't be surprised if you started having some weird side effects from it one day.
Let's hope not.
You just have a third arm growing out of your forehead.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. But yes.
It's a wondrous story.
It's quite interesting, to say the least, that we survived, and
That's how you got back. You appeared back on the Isle of Gardenia itself?
No. We found our way through another portal that was on there, and it led us back here. It's quite a lot of work.
To the Isle of Gardenia.
Right, yes.
Oh, okay, yes. Interesting. Well, I appreciate you telling me that, Sloan.
So, I don't know if you know anything about wyverns that could help me along the way to perhaps, make sure that I'm growing it properly, make sure that I'm feeding it what needs to be fed, etc. I don't know anything, and I'm kind of just hoping along the way that anybody that knows of... I mean, you're a traveling merchant, so I'm sure you've seen quite often different sorts of species along the way.
I haven't traveled too much outside of Kadareth, boy. Wyverns are more classically in the Elflands to the east. I've heard around the Sea of Whimsy there tends to be colonies flying around there quite often.
Really?
But I haven't seen one in person until now. Quite a find. So
Yes, it's...
If you were looking for information on wyverns, I would suggest contacting the elves.
The elves, okay.
Yes.
I will do that then. I appreciate all of your help, by the way, Alatar. I'm going to pursue your assistance outside and make sure that I get as much jobs as I can done, because you're doing such an excellent job at helping us out. And I'm going to go help Gray.
I just want the best for you.
I appreciate that.
So what are you doing?
I'm going to go outside and help Knack with tending outside and stuff.
Okay, so you guys actually managed to get quite a lot done then. But night is beginning to fall. Eerie rings a large bell that's on the front of the room, signaling that dinner is ready.
I also scream at the same time.
You like Tweety Bird, like you're like your mouth just gets huge, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Come eat."
Oh, creepy.
But so you guys can all eat, have a nice, fulfilling dinner. The first diversity in food you've had in a very long time. It's not just like corn or fish jerky
What
anymore.
are we eating?
You guys are having a roasted chicken.
Ooh,
Not the chicken you had in your arms, different chicken.
no.
With some eggs on the side, and you're having a variety like a potato stew as well.
Yum.
Yeah. So it's a nice, just hearty meal, classic. Can't go wrong with it. Tastes very good, very well seasoned. And you can all go to sleep for the night if you'd like, unless there is anyone who wants to do anything at night.
Should
Specifically,
someone keep watch to make sure we're not like handed into the acquisition in our
Where are we
sleep?
sleeping?
you're just able to sleep near the hearth. Alatar will start stacking logs into it after dinner and have it be lit. And we'll just say, if it gets cold, just throw another log on. We have lots out back.
We won't get cold with that crown, right, Erie?
No, I won't.
Crown.
Oh, we're trying to trade something with Loman.
Best of luck.
Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I
Hey,
can't see how he
sorry
could
about
resist.
being so abrasive earlier.
It is all right. People of your culture don't typically have good manners.
Yeah, and I have a lot of preconceived notions about wizards. Like when I was learning to be an artificer, I was like, progress, I'm looking towards the future, and wizards are always like in the past, you know?
Sadly, that is a fairly correct statement about most, but I would keep that opinion to yourself if you're trying to win any wizards over in the future.
Good to know. All right, good night.
Yes. Everyone, sleep well. The boat should be ready soon. It is in mid-conjuring currently down by the beach. And I'll wake you up early so we can leave before the guards come. So I know that Erie mentioned that someone should keep watch. Does that mean you're going to keep watch, Erie?
I did mention that, and if nobody like really acknowledged what I say, then yeah, I will keep watch.
I did hear
I would
her.
acknowledge. Yeah.
Yeah, me
I
too.
would take second watch.
I'll take whatever watch. It's fine.
So yeah, I
who's
guess I'll
taking
go first.
Okay. So you can roll perception if you would like, unless you are inside. Unless you can roll perception if you're going to be going outside or anything,
I
or if
mean,
you're
I'm
just
gonna
staying
be
in.
walking around like near the windows and stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh, a good
Ooh.
5.
You are Erie. You are like really tired.
Okay.
So
I
you
also
like
hate doing watch,
for
so
the first little bit of your watch, you are being pretty diligent and you're looking at the windows. But like as it's approaching midnight, you're like, "Ugh," and just like sit down on the chair and just
That
stare
makes
at them for the rest of the watch.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Then I would go and wake up Gray.
Okay. Gray.
Yes.
Gray, I mean, you can if you want to. I don't know. I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay. I'll keep a lookout, I suppose. Is there a window I can look out of?
Yes.
I'll look in the moonlight and just be super edgy. And I'll look out and then watch everything and be vigilant.
Single tear will roll down your face as you
Yeah.
remember the tragic
your
backstory.
emo moment.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep a watch out there. Not
Okay,
do
roll
too much else.
perception.
Oh, a 17.
17. It is a beautiful clear night. The moon is shining. It's a beautiful gibbous moon, and you are not seeing anything and no movement on the road. Just a classic 2 a.m.
The clouds are going in front of the moon, symbolizing a clouded heart. As I wake up, Knack. Hey, Knack.
Yeah, my turn, is it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna catch up on some sleep.
Sure.
Good
you
luck.
do that. and I will keep watch.
Okay. Are you staying inside? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'll stay inside.
Okay. So you can roll a perception check.
7.
A 7. So Knack, you are like Eerie. You are quite distracted. You have a lot of thoughts about Alatar was talking about the Lugeist before. It's quite bad. It's like it's going to be hard to get to Hinlock, and it's really weighing heavily on you. But most of your watch goes by honestly without a hitch at all. Everything just goes smoothly. You don't see anything. But too late, you realize that your worry turned to exhaustion and then turned to a really long blink. And you're startled awake by a knocking at the front door.
Uh-oh. Is it just me that's awake?
Yep, as of right now.
What time is it? The
It
approximate.
is approximately 4 in the morning.
I will quietly and quickly rouse everyone.
Okay.
Everybody, there's a knock on the door. Shh, keep quiet.
As Knack wakes the last person, it'll knock again. Alatar! Alatar, open this door!
Is there somewhere for us to hide?
And that is where we're gonna end tonight's session of All Fun and
Oh, I knew something was weird, man. Those people were following us.
Session
See, Erie's smart.
40.
He says keep
Good
watch.
job, everyone.
That was
Guys,
so fun.
that was
Good roleplay.
crazy.
Moments. You got a lot more
Finally-
information.
We finally have a course to
Yep.
go down.
Exactly.
Yes.
We have a horse?
Course.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a horse. Roars.
on the course?
A horse named, of
Yeah.
course.
Aha.
Yeah. Good job, everyone. Super fun. Awesome time tonight. It was great. We'll be back next Friday, same time for session 41. If you're new to the stream and you haven't been able to catch up yet on all the episodes, you can go to youtube.com/all fun and games. And there's a playlist that has all of our episodes up there. This episode was going to get uploaded on Monday, I believe. And if you don't want to watch all of them, there's 40. That's like they're at least 2.5 hours each. They get pretty long. We have a recap at episode 27 that you can catch up till 1 to 27 and then just watch from there. Thank you everybody for being here so far. We're excited to see you next week, and don't forget to
Stick around.
stick around.
Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep.